What's happening? It is every other Wednesday here on Three Star Draw, and that means it's time for the backyard battlefield here on New Year's Eve. Joining me with always, as always, let me get your theme queued up here. What's going on, brother?
Not much, man. I got my finger ready for my theme because I never get to hear it when I'm cross
Great, great.
streaming with you.
All right,
There you go.
three, two,
Two,
one.
one.
I got to find a way to make that longer.
Hit the comments
Loop.
button instead of the sound. But I still never heard it. Yay. Anyways,
Oh
moving
no.
on.
No, no. All right. Oh man. So what you got going on today? How you doing? It's New Year's Eve, so say hi to
Ah.
everybody here in just a minute, and hope you're doing all right on this New Year's Eve.
Are you saying it to me or the chat? Sorry, I misunderstood.
Well, I started saying it to you, but then the chat, and I just kind of said it to everybody. So let's start with
Uh,
you. How are you doing on New
Oh,
Year's
I'm
Eve?
doing good, brother. I hope it's good with you. It's just been me and the cats all week. My son's in Toronto with his mother visiting her side of the family section out there. They've been living the Canadian beauty of Christmas, eh? Ice skating out in the lights and all that stuff.
Is there still lots of snow about?
Oh, tons of snow. You can't dig it out. But yeah, no, like where we are, we still got healthy amount of snow and ice to deal with right now. So, but I've had a nice quiet week making a couple of videos that did okay, and now I've been watching everybody else's end of the year top tens and enjoying watching those.
Yep, tis the season for lists.
Yeah, I watched you and your good cousin battle it out with your top 10 there today. I watched that video. So same question back to you. How are things today?
Oh, pretty good, man. It's a pretty good day. Purple Elf's been here hanging out with me, and we went out today and picked up the new us in issue of Energon Universe Joe. I had been out for 2 weeks, but I haven't managed to go get it. And let's say did some grocery shopping, ate some chicken, and then she left and make sure there was plenty of whiskey and come
I was
back
gonna
and
say
with all of
she
these
didn't.
awesome New Year's decorations.
When you say plenty of whiskey, I mean she didn't leave like my woman left, right? Like she's not different. She coming back later.
Yeah, yeah, she came back. She came back. She brought
Oh,
she
okay.
actually she actually said she didn't want to drink up mine, so she went and got her some. So how
Oh,
awesome is that? So,
that's the best card.
and
No,
she come back and said, I got decorations. I'm like, all right.
yeah. So once
um,
again, everybody, I am cross streaming on my own channel today. So if I'm not attending to my chat, it's because I can't see it. But oh, there, I got it up on my TV. But there we go.
um, Yeah, as I'm starring some of the chat here. We may have another guest join us here after a while. I haven't heard back on that, but
I
we
I
we
asked
will
you that
see.
just as we were backstage. You know when got blurted out? Second
Is that
29.
is
29
that
of the
what
countdown. I was like, hey, by the way, is that so and so cut? Oh, I can't ask
is
that
that?
now.
I literally heard the first word and then it mutes. Like if you guys do Facebook, if you guys do Facebook, also if you do YouTube and StreamYard, when you start playing your intro or countdown or whatever, it mutes the mics. So
Yeah.
just as he was like, "All right, we're good to go," hit the countdown, and I hit it. He goes, "Hey, is," and then
Yep.
I said, "Well, I don't know what he just said, but I hope it wasn't important."
All
So,
right. Well, let's hit
oh,
the chat.
we'll see. So yeah, we got 11 folks in there right now. So let's go ahead and
Yeah,
say
it's New
hi to
Year's
everybody
Eve.
that's here, and we'll catch anybody that comes in. So we got Brandon
Hi,
Brandon
Brandon.
R. I was like that Brandon looks weird. Brandon R.
Yeah, I'm
8269.
not sure if it's the YouTube meme thing, but Brandon's been pretty
Yeah,
active in the comments on my videos a lot, and, contributing a lot. How you doing, brother?
yeah, yeah. Appreciate Brandon. He's commented on quite a few of mine recently.
Yeah. Wonder what other
Let's see.
aliases we know him by.
And this guy right here, we're gonna be hitting the fan tonight. Oh,
Ah,
gotta
too
be
late.
quicker than
Missed
that.
it again. I missed it. You're like, you're. This is my arm's reach right now, and you do that, and I'm like, ah. And then if I hit it too hard, I either hit the comments or I knock the tablet completely over.
We call that pulling a Matson.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about bait later too.
Hmm. That's right.
Yeah, when I say
Uh,
that we're hitting the fan tonight, I just mean it's New Year's Eve. I'm not holding back any opinions on anything tonight. Like it
yeah,
just is what it is.
gonna let her rip.
Hey, well,
So
it's
let's
New Year's
see.
Eve.
Got
Mhm.
McDJ ACDC is here. What's going on?
It's pronounced McJackaduck. I looked it up when ChatGPT helped me, and that's what we came up with. McJackaduck.
Chat Chat GBT's been generating some false stuff lately, so I hear.
You can
Or
read anything.
at least some false spellings anyway. Paul
Yeah,
Morales in the house. What's up, Paul? Yeah, U.S. Combat Dojo is here saying Happy New Year. What's up? Uh,
indeed.
Starfighter, I'll catch the replay. Wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody. Will you do that? We will be here tomorrow, we hope.
Yeah. Damn you for having a life on New Year's Eve, but you can't sit and
Yeah,
enjoy
man.
this.
Good Lord. Can't even watch
Yeah.
YouTube on New Year's. What's the world coming to? Getting old. That's what it's called.
So
Uh,
uncool.
Clint Jorgensen is here. And is it already New Year's in Canada, the maritime provinces?
It's a fair question. I don't know. I'm in the central area, so it's not. It's only like it's the time we're in right now, 9:13. But East Coast, maybe in PEI, maybe it's
Do they
news.
have
I don't know.
do they have their own time zone?
Yeah, yeah. When you cross over, you start moving further east. It's significant enough that you cross, but I think it's only a difference of an hour or two.
Seems
But
like it
I
would be an
think
hour.
I think PEI and Nova Scotia, it might be on the 2 hour difference. I'm not sure. That's how Canadian I am. I just assume everybody gets it.
That's right. Well,
Yeah,
if it is in the maritime provinces, Happy New Year.
yeah.
Oh, oh, let's see. We got Russell Cruz is here. Happy New Year and a blessed one. Happy New Year to you. You got
And to
Checkpoint
you,
Bravo Turk Murphy Toy Solutions in the house. What's up?
what's going on, brother?
Stanley Everhard. Oh, that's a busy background. Which
So,
which one?
yeah, yeah, man. That's a good point. We have a lot going on the screen right now. If anybody's got epilepsy, I'm gonna apologize for tonight because it's gonna you're not gonna remember some of it. It's gonna get bad. That is very
Well,
triggering.
I put up. I did have her thumbnail, but and I'll
I'm gonna
probably and
do one thing
it.
right now.
All right, go
There,
right
we'll
ahead.
get rid of one little blinking light. That makes
Oh
it
no,
all better.
I think it's all my fault. Plus, I have the ceiling fan going up there, so it's. But I had so hold on. I took this picture of what it looked like behind me. So
No, you gotta be there in person. Yeah, whatever. We're celebrating New Year's. Deal with it. Moving on.
that's right. A couple of drinks won't matter. So
You guys should drink.
Turk says I'm not doing a top 10. I like all of them. I cannot believe that.
You know what, Turk? I don't blame you. I almost didn't do one either. It was just a big year and a lot of figs that
Uh,
were all worth discussing. Like,
I can't believe you liked all. You must have skipped Saul Viper.
I mean, yeah, there's going to be the standard sore thumbs, right? But I mean, coming up with 10, I got jacked up by breaking the rules, Bobby said, by doing 12. And I was like, well, there's 12 months in the year, so I get away with it, right? But yeah, I was almost like what Turk was saying, like it's it's too many. And honestly, the only reason I ended up doing it was channel maintenance. That's the fairest
Oh
point I
yeah,
can make. Channel maintenance, you know you're going to dip into your algorithm. You're going to get some squeaks in there. That was
yeah.
it.
Well, and it was also really really hard to do a list this year, and there was
Damn yes.
even with adding some runners up to it, it was really hard to do one this year. So
Yeah.
Bobby Wald, there he is, good old Bobby World saying Happy New Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year, Bobby Wool.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Kyle Jackson teleporting in saying, Hey, Crow and 3 Star, what's up? What's up?
Mhm. What's going on, Kyle? I think that's K skills. Mm,
Clint says he looked it up. The maritime provinces are 1 hour ahead of New York. Thought it could be two. So that
okay.
means it is 10:17 there. So
That's
you got
fair.
a little ways to
It
go,
it gets greater when you move out to the West Coast, like BC and everything. That's where you get into a couple of hours in there. But
but it's backwards.
yeah, well, it's
It goes
backwards, right?
backwards.
They're 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 just coming into the idea that, oh shit, it's almost New Year's Eve thing. I gotta go get a liquor store.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bobby got a question for you.
Okay. Well, can you read it for me? Because oh, there, never mind. Crusty old crow, that floating frame you have your diver in, what is the material you use? Do you think someone could build a larger version of that with saran wrap? Yeah, Bobby, that's just higher tensile strength wrap. I didn't make it. It's by a company called Biogenics. He's talking about, did I send you these, Darren? The square frames?
You did send me one.
Yeah, so they're meant for maybe a 4-inch figure, but they work with 6-inch figures, and it's just two pieces of this high tensile wrap that's very taut. When you open it up like a clamshell, you got the two pieces, you stick your finger and close it, and they're so taut that they hold the figure in its pose. And I mean, I'd like to say they're completely invisible. They're not. It's just how
Yeah,
you angle it, but they were good. But yeah, I think Saran wrap would be too weak, Bobby. It would have way too
yeah.
much give. It would tear way too easily. One of the
Shrink wrap.
lessons,
If you could get
shrink
some
wrap.
industrial shrink wrap,
Yeah, I mean, if you go to a craft shop, they must be able to tell you what kind of polymer, kind of not polymer, but what I mean, like the kind of resistant pulling plastics you could work with. I'm sure there's something out there along the lines. They're a great idea. It didn't really work with biogenics. And trust me, do not do the Wolverine lunging pose with those. It doesn't work
s-
out for that one.
snick it.
Yeah, it tested the flex of that. It punched straight through in true Wolverine fashion.
As Greenwood.
Yeah.
Let's see. Stanley Everhard is saying, what was the first 2025 and last figure? How was it determined? Well,
Oh
it's
God,
kind
I
of
knew this.
it's kind of subjective, but what I did to refresh my memory was I used Action Figure 411.
Mm.
They have, if you go to the list view, they have the dates it was released, and they're almost always right. Last
Yeah.
year, I think they had a couple that were off, um, but you can look up like product manufacturer and info and on some of like maybe Amazon or some of the retailers, and it'll have year released. But
Yeah.
it was pretty much here. It was for us. It was the leather neck dial tone Xandar. Uh,
That's what I did too. I went to a database like had that, I can't remember what site it was, but it tracks all the classified releases by cover, and then you click on it, it'll tell you all the information about when it came out, like, and I just used that. The first one for 2025, it was the same with you. It was that wave. Is
yeah,
essentially everything after the Dragonfly figure line. Like once you went Wild Bill through Glenda and Crazy Legs and whatever, Ripcord, then the 2025 figure line was pretty much starting almost right after that.
yep. I had to mute real quick because
I heard
I think some tacos just got here, and Pretzel is pretty excited about them.
New Year's tacos.
New Year's tacos. Oh, let's see
Yes.
what's up. Wraith Mace, evening
What's going on,
fuckers.
brother? We have a hammer.
We are
I
the
almost bought a Tyranid Joy toy today, Ray Mace, because somebody marked it $10 lower than usual, and I was like, "Oh, that's almost enough."
I watch Wraith when he does those unboxings and things, and
I've
he'll do,
seen you there.
like
I've seen
4 or
you.
5 at a time. Like those
The
things are so
warp will
cool.
get you. Eventually, you'll be like, you know what? The Warhammer 40K universe is a very interesting place, and I kind of want to go to there.
Well, Wraith did, however, fail in one quest, as he said he was going to get me to buy some Warhammer stuff this year, and I haven't yet.
Well, I
But
think
I do
you
like them
would
a lot
be.
more.
I think if Joy Toy were to really put their focus into it a lot more, like do a year of dedication to it, and you saw the orcs, you would love the orcs just because of the Mad Max freestyle of it all and just the Joker clown side of things. Like there's so many little nods and jokes that you could have a lot of fun with them.
Well, there's some kind of necro guys that they haven't made yet that he said I'd
Necrons.
probably like. Yeah, Necrons.
Yeah.
He said I'd really like those guys. So
So the Necrons are basically themed after the idea of what if ancient Egyptian pharaohs were Terminators, right? Like it's that kind of idea. They're the lords of death and like godlike, but they're captured in machines because that's how evolved they are. They had to be their life essence gets sucked into a machine because that's the only thing that works. I don't know if you. I think he thinks that because you like skeletons so much and they're
oh,
modeled
well,
after
he's
a
he's
skeleton.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right. They sound awesome, but he said they hadn't made any of those guys yet. So
Yeah, they don't have many. Yeah. It's a great
um,
game. I'm thinking about getting back into Warhammer 40K on the side on a very passive level, but I just warn anybody that gets into it. You think you spend money on classified, you have no goddamn idea. Wait till you are
it
competing your collection against another person's. Seriously,
yeah,
with dice.
seems like it's a lot like Mythic Legions, even more dangerous.
Yeah, Mythic Legions, I always felt like it was a great representation for like games in that thought, like role-playing games or tabletop fantasy games. Like I always thought they were a good comparison. But yeah, these tabletop games, when you start getting addicted to playing them against others and strategizing and tactics, they become a money pit. And it's not immune to tariffs. It's not immune to it's dependent on the plastic price, right? So oil is, as soon as oil goes up, the price of the products that these companies make go up. And they never come back down when oil goes down, right?
Oh,
And they were the worst for it. So
yep, gas was 3.40 a gallon, and none of my figures went down. Or 2.40 a gallon. I'm sorry, and none of my figures went down. I'm gonna have to close the door. I'll be right
no,
back.
no worries, no worries. Yeah. And Jay Astro, good to see you, buddy. Happy New Year's and all the toy people out here. I was having a look. And I see Kyle Jackson saying orcs are the best. Yes, if you follow any of that 40K lore, orcs are they have a that saying, right? Never underestimate the power of never underestimate the power of stupid people in large numbers, and orcs are the horde that proves that. They just blinding Mad Max fury. It's awesome. Um, we could try to see what else in the chat. So, me and Darren came up with lists tonight, guys. There's not many, just a couple about what we liked or didn't like about 2025. Things like we're thinking is going to be the what is it? Things to look forward to in 2026. I think we even talked about some bad kit choices. And you know what? I forgot to pull out the worst kit of 2020 of classified. I just name it. I wrote it
Uh,
down, but I didn't have my examples.
yeah, I did too. I didn't even grab them to put over here. I wrote it down, and
Yeah.
I think I only wrote down two because I was so busy trying to get everything
Well,
else
that's good. Then
done.
we are not going
So
to highlight that particular piece. We'll just name off a
be
couple
all
and
right.
move on.
So, what's up, Jay Astro? How you doing?
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to look down through the comments, see what I missed.
Not
Nice,
much.
nice nids. Is that like nice
Nice
pool?
nids. Nids are short for tier nids.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like comparable to aliens, like from the movie
Ah,
Aliens, right? But
okay.
a hive mind kind of bug. But they're more like Starship Troopers. It's Starship
Ah,
Troopers,
yeah.
basically Tyranids are. Right?
Okay.
Hey Dookie, what's going on? Man, do I ever owe you? I want more music now. That was so much fun. So did he? you've watched my last couple of videos on my channel, and Evil
Hmm.
Dookie gave me this AI music I don't know what he plugged into that algorithm or that program to write the music, but I found a new fun in just editing a music video that's written about you. It's so narcissistic and amusing at the same time. And I just
It
really,
sounds fun.
yeah, I really appreciated him sending me that. That just made the day the last couple of days going, oh my God, that made me actually want to finish videos. Really, because it's like get to the end, play with this song.
Inspiration.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
no, and that's that mutual support that our YouTubing channels bring to each other sometimes, which, the others seem to think is this toxic community that they keep focusing on, right? No, so toxic, Dookie. Thank you for helping my channel out, you
yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yep. So what's up, Dookie? And Brandon R has reported back in. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on?
And there's Wraith saying he's going to give away some Joy Toy on the next few shows. So make sure I'm there.
Mm,
And I also did recently receive, I think I showed this last week, but show it again, my purity
yeah,
seal from
purity
Wraith.
seal.
I'm actually
Damn
working.
fine.
This thing, man, this thing is some quality. I don't know what Wraith paid for these things per count, but this thing is like freaking
Honestly, I feel at this
amazing.
point, Joy Toy should be pushing the bill to pay for that for him because, like, the amount of promoting that Wraithmates does of for Joy Toy, and I won't call it shilling because he pays out of pocket for all of it, but it's like he has sold people on Joy Toy just on the idea that their reputation is high. Like it's like that is
Yeah,
quality shit because he shows it in this way that there you don't miss a single detail.
yeah, he does. He makes it look good, and if he can't like do it, perfect. Wraith ain't gonna do it. Like the what
Mm.
4K videos and taking 8 hours to process and stuff. Wraith does it up over there on his channel, man.
And that's what
Um,
always amazed me too. Like, I mean, we met him through the toy community, but it was clear he was a 40K channel. He's learned 40K through the video games and then capturing the lore in the books, right? Where my generation learned it through the tabletop games, then the books, then the video games, right? So it's interesting to hear his take on things and then they exchange ideas. I dip into his channel every now and then in the chats. I've been on with him a couple of times talking about that stuff. But yeah, it's just that 40K thing. I thought there'd be a lot more people doing YouTube channels discussing Joy Toy and things like this. And Wraith I think he intimidated people out of it, quite honestly. Like, I don't see as many people doing that because he's doing it so well.
yeah, I mean, he like I said, man, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it to the max. Let's
Mhm.
see. And he said I would love the Night Lords.
Oh, yeah. They're like
Uh,
a dark crow version of Marines, like
sweet.
batty looking.
I would like those guys.
Mm.
Oh, Todd C's checking in saying Happy New Year, all.
What's
And
going on?
Todd says, "What sucked? D's and nuts."
These nuts.
That's a whole question.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
six,
let's see.
seven. Hmm.
Oh my god, 6'7".
Mhm.
And I think I typed it out last night or Punk's chat somewheres that the 6'7" nonsense come up, and the best explanation I've seen yet is the infographic show. I always talk about the infographic show. They did a channel on like the origins of it, and it's I watched it and I'm still like, okay.
So, and I'll talk about this when I talk about a certain other personality out there. I don't care about what the kids say and do, and that I don't get it. I
Damn
really
you kids.
don't. My parents didn't get 90% of the shit I fucking was saying back in the 80s and 90s. They just nodded along and they were okay with not getting it. Why shouldn't I be? Right? I don't need to know what the fuck 6'7" is. I really don't. And I think the joke is that people want to know.
Yeah, and that's it. Like I just like I don't have to say it and I don't have to like embrace it, but I do like to know what the hell it comes from when I hear that kind of stuff.
So that this generation, I mean, it's not any different than ours, man. Sometimes they'll just put stuff out there to fuck with you, right? And I think after they came up with the word boomers about 10 years ago,
Oh yeah.
everything else became about fucking with you. So I just whatever. I guess at some age I'm going to get fucked with. Well, here I am. Okay, I don't care.
Um, you didn't just do 6, 7.
No, not
Now
really.
gonna do it more now. Oh, there's Dookie saying so that was actually what led me to grab the purity seal is that's something that I'm trying to work on and I haven't really gotten very far other than I got the poster board is I am gonna start doing my sticker wall. So
Yeah.
because I've got everybody's stickers and I got a bunch pinned up over here, which I got my ass jumped for putting a pin through
Mm-hmm.
stickers. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you heard about that.
Yo,
So
I did. Yeah. What the
so I
fuck? It's a sticker.
so I got a piece of poster board. She picked it up for me because it's something I'm on vacation this week, and that's one of my projects was I'm going to start making my sticker wall, and I'm just going to get a piece of poster board and tack it up over here. I got a perfect spot above the shelf, and I'm going to put the stickers on it, and then that way I can pull it down and put it in the background if I need to for a video. So
Mm.
I've got to do that too. I had everything on my monitor base. I had my old monitor base was covered in everybody's stickers and like, whatever BBTS and all that. And then I switched to dual monitors with a table stand thing. So I lost my monitor. So now I got to
Mm.
start over. So I'll send you one, Dookie.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a sticker design this year. So when I go to Joe Fest next, I have something to hand out this year. But hey, just a warning. I'm just because I'm working off the device. I've been having power issues lately. I've noticed this one's kind of draining, even though it's plugged in. So if at some point tonight I have to top out, it's just to switch over to will be my iPhone to finish the rest of the stream. But yeah, the computer didn't show up today. I do have a computer on the way, and we're gonna play around with that to see if I can get some better shit going on.
I'm as excited for you to get a computer as you are. More, I
The
think.
only way I got it, dude, was it was absolutely fucking free. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I did not go out and buy this. It was I moved some of my RSPs around this year before the end of the deadline. And sometimes they'll promote if you move this much, you'll get this. And I had a choice between a new iPhone or a new Apple computer. I was like, well, Darren's told me I need a computer, so I'll get a computer. Right. So we'll see
Yeah,
how that
it
works.
it will drastically help you. So with everything. So we got Lawrence checking in on New Year's Eve. Punk with toys. What's up, Punk?
Going on, buddy. Happy New Year's to you and
Happy New Year's.
Olivia
Yep. Hope
and
you
Roman.
guys have yeah, I hope you guys have a happy new year. So tell me, is Roman, you're an hour ahead of me, you're in Eastern with Crow. Is Roman freaking out over fireworks? Because I thought that a delivery of tacos was here and I was told that it was not the tacos yet. These assholes are already shooting fireworks off, big ones at 8:30 here in Central.
That's a,
So
oh, I am so glad you brought that up because the neighbors I have in this area are likely, probably willing to do fireworks. And I didn't even think about that. That would have caught me off guard. Thank you for bringing that up.
you're welcome. So I have I
Wasn't thinking about it.
already I already have a canine carry out, little steak flavored dog treat canine
Mm.
carry out. Already have one spiked with a Xanax. I said, will you give this to him at 11? And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, you know
Hmm.
what? Go ahead and give it to him about 10:30. And I just said, you know what? Go ahead and give it to him now. He's already going off the chain. So
Yeah. I'm
um
gonna just grab something to drink here. So
there is Matthew Matson, Mammoth
happy
Master
New
checking in.
Happy New Year,
Not
Matthew.
Happy New Year. Not freaking out yet, but I think she knows. Yeah, they know.
What?
They
Who
know.
knows what?
His dog.
Oh, the
But
dogs.
New Year's
Oh, right.
coming.
Yes, yeah. I got
Uh
cats, and my cats don't give a fuck.
yeah, cats couldn't care less, man. The only
No.
thing that ever bothered with cats was if like it scared the dog. Okay.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
man,
true.
you're lucky. Lawrence saying Roman doesn't give two craps about fireworks or loud noises, and you are lucky with him there.
Yeah, you got well. All punk has to worry about is bobcats. Ever.
Bobcats
Them
always.
bobcats will come when you least expect it.
Yeah. I saw a video on Instagram earlier when I was sitting here, and I think it's fake. I don't remember who sent it to me, but I don't, I'm not going to share my Instagram cause Instagram, but it was a dude sitting on a toilet, presumably popping a deuce, and he had a little window in his bathroom, and all of a sudden a raccoon comes through, like the little square shower windows in bathrooms. A
Uh-huh.
raccoon comes barreling through it like Superman, and this dude's in the bathroom, and you know door shut, and he's in this bathroom, like probably 6 by 6 or 8 by 8 or whatever bathroom, with a raccoon running around. And I don't know if it's fake. It kind of seems fakey, but
It.
it's funny as
Can
shit.
I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Raise your hands between the two of us if you record yourself while you're shitting in the bathroom.
yeah. That's the other
That
thing about that video. I was gonna
starts
get
with
to
that
that
question.
part.
Like, what was the topic of your video before the raccoon interrupted? That's gross.
About the third time I watched it, I thought, why does this guy have is this Chuck Berry's bathroom?
Yeah.
Is he got a
Hmm.
bathroom camera right above the door on the inside, and it can
Hey,
literally see everything in that bathroom too.
I wanted to tell you something cool that happened today before I
All right.
forgot about it. And it was, I meant to time it for while we were going through the chat because I just don't know what handle to look for my friend under. I had a friend reach out to me today that I haven't talked to in quite a while. Like, we're talking like my son was 1, maybe 2 when I last met this guy. And it was a guy I worked with up in Wainwright, Alberta when I was an instructor at the school there. Um, that was when I bowed out of promotion in the military because I had a son and I didn't want to go overseas anymore. And my wife's career was taking off. I said, no more, don't promote me. I'll go and I'll go teach those who can't teach. And I can't anymore. So I'll go teach. And I ran into another guys, many guys like that, being like, nope, we're taking a break. And anyways, one guy, really cool infantry sergeant that I worked with. We did a lot of courses together. We got along like peanut butter and jelly. And he reached out to me today and he's like, imagine my surprise when I get into G.I. Joe Classified and I stumble across Crusty Old Crow.
So he had no
I
idea.
no idea I was linked to this until he found the channel, and I was very happy to have him reach out. As like I figured a
Yeah,
lot of military guys they find classified, especially if they have that childhood from our age. But it
yeah.
was having this guy that I worked with side by side in Wainwright, and I was like, "Yes, I got a fire team partner. Like if I'm getting stuck on an infantry term, I'll be like." Jay, chime in. Like
That's
what is that
awesome.
mortar round called? Like it's good. It's good.
That's pretty cool, man. That's a cool surprise. It's just out of the blue, and you're like, oh wow,
Yeah, it just took me back to happier times. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah,
I enjoyed working those courses with those guys and working with different trades in the army. You learn a lot, right? So it was just knowing that he ended up stumbling across the channel that way was like, yep, that's what I'm doing with 25 years of military training. What are you doing?
Oh, but you're enjoying it though, so that's
No,
what
sure,
matters. So,
sure thing, man.
let's see. We got Sean Jones is in the house teleporting in. What's going on, Sean? How you doing? How you doing? Let's
How
see.
you doing?
Stanley saying I'm a teetotaler, so just Mountain Dew for me. I tried to get Stanley to drink, and he wouldn't. He held
Mm.
firm.
Oh, I'm an expert at drinking. I finished the reigning champion in my division, and I never picked up a glass since.
Retired with the title.
Hell yeah, this gut was a deadly weapon in a bar.
Brandon saying I never understood home fireworks. Pro fireworks, sure, they're awesome. Home ones I always just saw almost as literally burning your money. It wasn't until I was an adult that I understood why my dad hated buying fireworks so much because it is literally like just taking money out in the yard and lighting the shit on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, my son
Um,
went down that path and I showed him. I was like, come on now, wouldn't you rather I spent this money on this instead? Take you out and do
yeah,
this, you know?
yeah, like, but I mean, there's a magical time when fireworks at home is great, and then at some point it's just like, man, then you use them just for destruction, you know?
I think when you have the wide-eyed bright child in your family who
Yeah,
can really appreciate that on some primal level, then everybody
yeah,
else enjoys it like through contact. But if it's just a bunch of adults, it's like, meh. It's like a
yeah.
teenager, like, meh. I want to
Six,
go back
seven.
inside, Dad. Light the fucking firework. Let's go.
These fireworks are 6, 7.
Yeah.
Because, and I say that because I have this comment from Brandon that says 16-year-old just told me 6, 7 doesn't really relate to anything. You see the numbers 6 or 7, you just sort of say 6, 7. So they're like just slightly better than average, I guess, for anything. So it's just fair to Midland. God love the future of the West.
Oh my God, these are the puzzles that AI will get us with, right?
Oh my
They'll
God.
say six. If he doesn't say seven, it must be AI.
how many how many fingers does it have?
Six.
6, 7. That's right. Oh my
Fuck,
God,
we're
that was
doing it.
perfect.
Stop. Move on. No,
Yeah.
no light to this. Cast shadows on
Um,
it.
Joe Fan 84 is in the house. What's up, Joe Fan? Watched his haul video. He did a Christmas haul
Oh, did
video
he?
of when he got back in town and did his all the stuff that he picked up. And when I got to the end of the video, I was thinking there was something missing. And the one thing that Joe Fan has been talking about for months, he forgot to put in the video.
Oh no.
He, he got a vamp.
Oh, he
and
forgot to
I
include it. Huh?
I was watching through it, and I didn't realize it until the end, and I was checking it because I was watching it on like 1.25 speed, and he was showing everything he got, and I hit it like to hit end, and I was like, well, there's still a few more minutes to this. He's pulling one of my tricks and putting in credits in here, and he come back and cut back in. It was like, I can't believe I forgot to show you guys the vamp that my parents had got me that they've had for months. So yeah, the one gift I've been wanting for months, I completely
Oh,
forgot. So
well, good parents, man. They surviving and we're bringing the vamp to you again all these years.
good old good old vamp. I'd love to hear what my dad would say if I said, "Hey, I missed this. I missed this Joe vehicle when it was out. Like,
Uh,
what you think about Christmas?" He like, I think you shouldn't have missed it.
yeah. I know a dad would be so much different than a mom, right? Like the traditional dad would be like, when's my boy ever gonna grow up?
Yeah.
My mom would just be like, I'm gonna find that come hell or high water. I don't care if I've got to remortgage the house. You're getting a flag.
If I'm gonna fight 6 old ladies at the vintage toy store.
You're still my baby boy. That's my
Let's
mom for sure.
yeah. Oh, let's see. You got Sinister Six of the 616 teleporting
Oh,
in saying, ha ha, hoo ha,
hi,
Krusty,
Sinister Six. Oh, hoo
hoo
ha,
ha.
hoo ha.
Got us, he's got us all in check. Y'all, y'all,
That seems like a
y'all,
new
y'all.
name to me, but I like that name. That's a dedicated Marvel fan if ever I've seen one.
No kidding. I have seen him around. Let's see. Yes, the Todd, they should re-release Snow Job. Yeah, that was another one that Joe fan got. That was they're gonna go retro with Snow Job and
Oh,
just ditch some of the gear, I think.
I think that's the easy bake oven kind of thing for a retro card for them. Just add Snow Job in there. People will be happy. Right.
Yeah. No one said flag, but thanks for asking.
Hey guys, I got a secret also. I want everybody to relax. Ken's not here, man. No one asked to say hi to Ken. There's no Ken here tonight.
Well, we'll go ahead and say it anyway. Hi, Ken.
No, no, that's a 6-7 on.
I like hi, Ken. That's different.
it's
And
but it's for that's a different channel's thing. It's not ours.
I think it has grown, and I think it's kind of spread like herpes.
What? No, you know what it is. Ken made it personal when I said the hi Ken stuff, and I think I can't remember what else I said. He said you have to go through my assistant. So now I don't even feel like I get to say hi Ken. I feel like I have to say hi to Ken's assistant every time. So now, there's a line in my sand. Right.
So, well, look there. It's look there he is. It's his thing. He doesn't mind if we use it. I guess so.
Okay, there we go. Okay, hi
Yeah.
Ken. If you were
So,
here, it'd be nice to say hi.
and Matthew actually told this story last night on Evening Blend with Pop Blender.
Mhm.
I think it was Eric Thurman didn't know the story
Go bit the
somehow. I
hi
don't know
Ken.
how Eric didn't know it, but some Matthew kind of run it down real quick. So let's see. Joe fans said I told both my parents about it at the same time. I was shocked. They said, "Okay, Dad's definitely like, when are you going to grow up?" My mom
There we
is just,
go.
you do what makes you happy, and it would have been that way on um my side too.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
man. I
more
had to
sympathy
really my mom
towards
every
you.
year, she does it's the worst setup. She'll ask me, "What does your son like?" My son Emerson. She goes, "What does Emerson want for Christmas?" And her and her husband will buy Emerson whatever he's dreamed of for Christmas. Usually, it's immediately followed with, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I look at
Hmm.
what my son sent my grandmother, and I'm like so tempted to be like, "Okay, I want GI Joe this, Cobra that, Red Dog this," but I can't. I'm a 50-year-old man.
My
Can't ask my
dad,
mommy.
my dad this year was like, he just told me, he was like, "We're getting all the kids a gift card," which is what they usually do. They usually
Y-
just give us all like a $25 gift card, and it's
Yeah.
always to a restaurant. And I said,
Sure.
I was like, "All right, y'all doing gift cards?" And he said, "Yes." I said, "Would you get mine for Amazon?" Like, I have two gift cards that you guys have gotten me from like two past Christmases on my dresser. And
Yeah.
we actually went to use one um, a few weeks ago. Purple Elf and I went to Cracker Barrel. They got me a Cracker Barrel gift card, and she was taking me out to eat. And I was like, "Well, here, use this." And there was like it had sat there and decreased, like depreciated so much
Mhm.
after you activate them and they depreciate. There was nothing on it, so I was like,
Oh, they
this
bleed
year, if
out?
yeah, and once you
Oh, okay.
activate them, and some places I guess have stopped doing it, but I guess some haven't, or maybe
Mm.
this card was not retroactive and they stopped that like after I got this card. I've literally had that Cracker Barrel card for probably 3 years. It's like, oh,
Mm.
good, we can finally use that Cracker Barrel card. And there's
No.
nothing on that bitch.
I'm pretty good at spending gift cards. Whatever it's from, if you challenge me, I'll find something I want with a gift card. No problems. But no, Not to make Joe fan miss my point. The reason I brought up my mom and like, not ask my mom for any classified or anything like this is because my mom would she would go to the hugest lengths for and go through every hoop and hurdle, like including doing returns because it didn't feel right and all this other stuff when it was probably something I could have told her where to get very easily. Like she just puts in so much effort, she overdoes it. So I feel like I'm not unleashing her into the toy world ever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, good night, Evil Dookie. Enjoy
see,
that
Dookie.
movie.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year, Dookie. That movie should just about carry you into it. So have a good New Year's, man.
Good use of time.
Let's see. You got SCS Dog popping in saying aloha all.
Mahalo.
And let's see. I had a couple others. Stanley saying he didn't know the Ken story till last night too. And
Hmm.
Stanley also saying what gear would they keep or drop for retro snow job? The sniper rifle, um,
Nah, I think the snowshoes to keep the skis, the backpack, and the rifle.
skis, I think skis, backpack, and the
And then
ski
the extra
poles.
hood, the extra hood feature is
Yeah,
non-negotiable. Like that's the only head you're getting is with
yeah,
whatever works with that. So
yeah.
the beanie cap probably, right? You
Which
lose extra head.
if you watched Pop Blender and I's versus top 10 from 2 years ago, you'd realize that that is really the severed head of his twin brother. Snow Job was
uh,
insane.
It's one of the better second heads because you can easily use that on other bucks and make a different character of it. So it's good. I know Punk with Toys did that. I've done that. Other
Yeah,
guys did. Yeah.
yeah,
What's that say?
it's perfect. But the gift card should be
Oh,
illegal. The money was put on the card. It should be good forever. And I think that's what happened was somebody I don't raise the stink with I don't know who, trade commission or something maybe, and
so what
whoever
you mentioned
makes
it
money
occurred
laws.
after it was activated, and I think that's the key. That's the fine print. There's a huge pamphlet that comes with most gift cards in that little paper envelope they get sealed in, and in that fine print, I'm pretty sure that once you activate that card, service fees are incurred, and those are usually monthly
Yeah,
calculated, and that'll bleed your
that's
card out.
yep, that's
Right,
what
so
it
don't
was.
activate it. Don't activate it till you're using it.
I wasn't planning on waiting 3 years to go to Cracker Barrel, but shit happens. um, and Punk saying you give him the XMLR rather than the sniper because that is his OG weapon.
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll say, yeah. It's the point being is this is the Arctic year and the desert year coming to classified, I'm thinking. So if you don't do snow job this year, are you missing your prime window of sales or not? Right.
yeah. And if they should definitely announce retro snow job in the next announcements for retros and have him timed for snowcat time.
I think the biggest mistake they would make, and it's on the table. I'm not saying they're going to do this, but the biggest mistake would be to release it with a polar battle bear. Because
Oh
you're
yeah,
locking them behind again. You're
yeah,
making them just a little bit outside of achievable for a lot of people,
yeah.
right?
Because
Changing the price point.
at this point now, a polar battle bear with a figure now is going to be $75.
Yeah, it's basically the same as a ferret or tiger paw or a ram. Like it's in that realm of mid-size, like televiper and flight pod, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And if you put Snow Job in that, well, okay, he went from being a deluxe set that was very hard to get after a while. You could get it on Pulse for quite a while
yeah. He was
before,
available for a while.
yeah, before he went away. But now he can't. Right. So I just don't think that would be the way to go with it.
Yeah. Let's
But it would
see.
give you a good reason to throw in every ounce of kit that he had in that deluxe set again, because it's a vehicle
Yeah,
set, it's extra kit, and it can go on the vehicle.
yeah. If they did do that, they better put in all that extra stuff with it. They
Hmm.
already got it told.
Hmm.
Todd saying you could also make a second snow job as a whiteout,
Hmm.
and Brandon saying 2026 prediction repeater. I've been on the repeater train for a while. I think he's coming next year too.
Predictions are fun.
They are.
Predict
And
they're fun.
eventually, if you predict enough stuff, sooner or later, when they make it, you can say, called it.
Well, especially when you're clout chasing, right?
Mm-hmm. We're going to
The
talk about
clout
that a little
chasers,
bit.
yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to go off a little bit about that.
That's all
Yeah,
right. It's all right.
that's a West
We have
Coast
a,
issue.
yeah. We say, Lone Dragon is here saying, I've come here to chew bubble ass and kick gum. And
Oh
he's
no,
almost
you're all out of bubble
all,
ass.
all out of bubble ass. Could all do
Yeah,
with some
brother.
more bubble ass.
So just a
Let's,
reminder, guys, the contest winners from when the thank you prizes, guys, it's after New Year's. I'm gonna start mailing those out, and I will reach out to you guys. Yeah, I think most, if not all of you, reached back to me, gave me an address to send it to. I'll just confirm. I gotta go through our video again and double check, make sure I've got the figure right, because there were some redraws last time, right? So I just gotta make sure I got the right name written on it. But Lone Dragon, I think you're on there, right? So
I think he was. I think he
yeah,
was. Let's see. So let's talk about stuff
something.
we usually talk about. You got any new toys?
Ah, just the last wave. I didn't really go out toy buying. The last toy I bought, I made a video about, and that was the McFarlane Batmobile because it was on a big old clearance sale. So that was it.
Yep.
I went looking today, and it it's restraint time, and it's working. Like I've passed on so many Marvel Ledge figs that have come out that I've just been like, man, I don't care. I can't, it's not worth the $30 right now. And I'm going to reap the benefits of that because I've, instead of getting new figs, I've been ordering shit. Like
Yeah.
most of you civilized adult collectors.
Joe fan got to run. Got my son tonight. We're gonna do some fireworks. Have Happy New Year. Gonna go set some of that money on fire in the yard.
Yeah, fuck you
Happy
guys. I'm gonna go do
Happy New
fireworks
Year.
with my son, despite
Screw
what you
you.
just said.
Gonna do fireworks.
It's screw you guys and get him.
Yep. Screw you guys and give me him.
Yeah.
Give me him. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Stanley. It's gonna come up a little bit. So you did. So you're the Batman Batmobile now Dreadnought car that come out looking pretty good, man.
Yeah, it came out the way I was thinking it was going to come out. I could always make them better, I'm sure, if I took more time, but I was more attracted to how quick and dirty they made that vehicle because my outcome on this was make a decent video. I wanted a post-apocalyptic thing, and my ramen windshield works really good from my van on this thing. I've got it sitting on there now, and it works. The windshield
Oh,
post-apocalyptic thing.
the armor,
Yeah, yeah, it sits on there beautifully.
sweet.
But what the big deduction was out of there is what a piece of shit for $129. That's kind of what I think it was 119 or 129 that
Yeah.
they had the ask on that for. And I was like, are you kidding me? Because when I got it out of the box, the way they do the box, they use the art to make it look like the lights illuminate. But if it doesn't have the icon in the top left, top right corner that says lights and sounds, then they're okay. And I thought this had lights and sounds, and it didn't. And I was like, okay. You could tell it was fitted at some point in an earlier version for that stuff, and they just went, nope, we're not doing it for this. I was like, you
Yeah.
want 119 for that? I paid 45, and I really do feel like I overpaid for this. I really do. This is a like one of those Walmart toys. Like with
Oh
like
yeah.
you have your Marvel Spider-Man, and then you have
Adventure Force.
Walmart. Yeah, like made for ages 6 through 12 to clunk around
Hmm.
and throw down the stairs. It feels like it's got that feel to it.
Yeah.
Either way, makes a great Mad Max car.
I
So
still have never bought the tumbler. I want to get the tumbler on Amazon. I've seen that thing as cheap as $28. For
Tumblr, no
28
Tumblr.
bucks, I can attempt ripping it apart and painting it up.
Oh yeah.
But I still, every time I see it, I'm like, maybe it'll go lower and then it'll be back up $3. But
And
I've had that thing in my cart so many times.
I meant to talk about that a little bit in my video I did for this about what Batmobiles I would look at. And the Tumbler was the other one where it's like, okay, but what the reason I bought this one from the Batman is because it looks like a 1970s custom kind of Mustang-esque Charger type vehicle done up. You just know it's the Batmobile because you saw Batman, right? And the
Yeah,
flame in the back.
yeah,
And if you look, it has one singular flame like the Dreadnought car and everything like that. Every other Batmobile out there, I think that's the Batmobile. This one, if I just saw the silhouette, I'd second guess. That's why.
yeah,
I can't do like because I want the tumbler as well because it seats two figure nicely. It you
yeah.
can get it with Knights and Sounds. I loved that in the movie, but at the end, all I'm going to think is that's the tumbler, no matter how much I paint it.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
and you know my problem as far as like having mixing lines and trying to use something for Joe's or stuff. That's the one thing that stopped me from buying it, even at like $28. Is same. I'm still gonna know that's a Batman vehicle.
Yeah.
So
S-
uh,
It,
I would love to try to paint it up. So and do
yep.
that.
I
Um,
just got this because it had figure interaction, but I actually thought it was a two-seater. I forgot in the movie it wasn't, and this is only a one-seater. I was like, whatever.
yeah,
Place for the
I
dog.
didn't. I didn't even realize that till you reminded me either. Because I'll be
Mm.
honest, I've never watched that movie beginning to end. I've only seen it in chunks.
It's I've got to rewatch it because I got bored through it so many times that I think I stopped paying attention at points. And I think it was just important that I maintained that intention. I probably would have got a bigger payoff out of it, but I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, can
Um,
I what's this comment there? Kyle's asking about
mhm.
Pan's Eagle. What does that say? Hey
Crow.
Crow,
Oh,
yeah.
can you see it or can you not see it?
I want to get my glasses on. Here, you read it. My glasses are over here.
Hey,
There they
Crow,
are.
I saw that you had the Fans Hobby Air Eagle as your number one for your big buys for 2025. Do you think
Mhm.
you will get the new helicopter version that looks like the Fang?
Nope. Um, it's cool. It's that prop spin that I think is it's a neat idea, but it's impractical. Think about
Okay.
where it's sitting, right? So at some point you need that prop clearance. It's either straight over the thing's profile, like it's a folded piece of paper, or you've got to have an area for it to spin. It's just not shelf practical for me. And I think Hasbro is about to release the thing at some point in the near future. But I did order a second fans hobby vehicle because I was talking to a punk with toys about this, and I think he thinks I was taking it more personally than I was. I'm all about symmetries and balance and chi man, feng shui, right? I ordered a second ramen because I have two ramen. I ordered a second gridiron because I wanted to have equal amounts of these vehicles that I'm having these opinions on, and then, so I had to order a second fans hobby as well. So I settled on ordering the locust, like the acid rain locust, the same. Punk ordered it, and I sat on that for 2 weeks, and I was like, "Well, I just ordered gridiron. I just ordered gridiron. I just ordered gridiron." And then I looked at the price of the locust, and I was like, "No, I can afford this. Fuck it, I want that." Right?
And you hadn't seen it yet when I sent it to you either. So
The gridiron, you screwed me over hard on that. I think you owe Mark an apology over Gridiron because you told me about that and I was texting him like, "What the give me, I need, you do, you ship to me, yes."
yeah, you were like, oh no, or oh my, or something. I was like, oh, I guess you hadn't seen that yet. He's like,
Yeah.
no.
No, but that was the
Oh,
intent for 2026 was to buy a few more good vehicles to talk about because I enjoyed doing those videos way
yeah,
more, like way
yeah.
more than any other kind.
And I'm the other way. Like I'll probably be buying less vehicles in 2026 because money.
Well, and that's just it. I'm reallocating money. I am taking the money away from the what I was buying by buying entire Build-A-Fig waves of Marvel Legends. and dabbling in other lines. Maybe I had no business dabbling in because I wasn't going to collect it, but I just wanted a little taste,
Yeah.
right? No, I'm going to go back to what I was doing, my military toys, and that's it. It doesn't matter if it's just GI Joe classified, but I do plan on collecting the Valverse the Black. Like that one, absolutely. I want
They're
that,
they're,
right?
they're gonna come up later.
Yeah.
That's coming up later. What's
Mhm.
up to Triple D's Toy Dungeon? Daredevil Dave. What's up, Dave? Wait, you added, when did he add toy?
Dude, Dave changes names when he puts on new underwear.
I think YouTube changed the policy just because of Dave on how often you can do it.
Fucking Dave. I feel like Dave would be the worst guy to put in Wit Pro. You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't last in Wit Pro before letting everybody know he's got a new
Mm-mm.
name or something.
Yeah, he's he'd been checking in and handing him the ID. I'm like, I'm tired of this one. Let's get a new one.
You can't
Let's
keep
get a new
asking for a
ID.
new life. Yeah. I'm just
That's
pouring a
right.
coffee here. That's why the camera's off in here,
We
clanking
we
around.
we can only move you so many times, Dave's Paul
Yeah.
Morales. What is up? Let's see.
Dave would like what
Brandon's
I bought today. I forgot to mention I bought two comic books today.
okay.
Because one of the things I've been doing in 2025 is trying to take more money out of toys and pump it into decorating, right?
Mhm.
My place. So I put some comics on the wall. Dave, I got X-Men Annual number 10, which is a glorious Arthur Adams cover, and I picked up X-Men number 211, which is the Wolverine from the Wolverine cover from the Marvel Anniversary section and part of that Mutant Massacre. I'm only telling it to Dave, so the rest of the chat can not care. But Dave knows those comics are significant.
Yes. I have no idea. So
Of course, you
I'm
don't.
just yeah. I'm not. So if it's X Men, I have no idea.
The inane
Uh,
ramblings of a crow.
Brandon saying I like my Lucian RC Willie's military Jeep. I know the one you're
Yes.
talking about. I didn't know who made it, but I know the one you're talking about. That thing's badass.
So I
Um,
actually, you messaged me about that, and I forgot to look for the company name Helukion, but I did find a 1/10 Willys scale Jeep at a model shop near me, and I'm thinking about buying it because it's under $100. But I wasn't sure because it's 1/10 and classifies 1/12. Is it not? Right.
I think it does classify as 1/12. I think's what's on it.
So I kind of want to get the shop owner to take it out of the box so I can just do a little comparison to see if it's in that negligible.
Not a
So
bad plan.
Punk, you're really exaggerating some costs here, and I don't know if Mark will forgive you for that. Okay.
But that is shipping to Canada included, though.
Yeah, and Punk's using American dollars when he talks, and like,
That's
okay,
right.
the phalanx was $1,000 Canadian by the time I was done. That was also including the turret, right? And they too had to be they had to be shipped separately. You're talking about a 14-pound box for the phalanx to be shipped across the border with the tariff for all, duties paid, and then a 4-pound box for the turret. So I knew that cost going in. That's why Mark changed the website to say or US domestic shipping only. And he was saying, I don't want people to be looking at this price like it's negligible. It's not. Take it
Yeah.
seriously or don't ask. Right.
Yeah.
So I did that. The M113, because I have Canadian viewers in these chats. That's why I'm giving Punk's comment a bit of attention here.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's about 500 in for the M113. If you convert that to Canadian, okay? 500 in is what I pay for a HasLab.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have the same connection with the HasLab as I have a strong connection to the nostalgia of the HasLab Joe vehicle, but I have a different connection to military vehicles. So I'm going to pay that every time. Do not emulate what I'm doing, guys. Like,
That's right.
it's okay. I understand. It's like, yeah, if he's doing it, maybe he finds a way to afford it. Guys, I am like moving my books around. I am looking at numbers going, okay, I'm gonna not buy that this year. I'm gonna divert that. And I am
Yeah,
also spending some investment money that I had put away because it's my retirement,
that's right.
right?
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
Say what's up to Stu for lunch, popping in, saying hi, Ken, popping in to say hi, Happy New Year's to you guys.
Okay.
Merry Wednesday night to the draw and crow and chat room. Thanks for coming by, Stu.
Thanks, dude.
We
So,
got 24 people watching right now,
s-
so
do we have a?
hit that like,
Should we talk about
please.
one of the many things that? What else we talked about? What else we got? Did you get anything that we didn't cover?
I did get some pretty cool stuff for Christmas. I did finally get from Purple Elf the Ghost of Christmas Past.
That's
You
nightmare
know,
fuel. I love it.
love this thing. I did finally I skipped this one when it come out, and I really wish I hadn't have, but she picked her up for me, and she loved this guy. She got Mouse King. We had a lot of
Oh
fun
yeah,
messing with this dude, and I think we've decided that's the best look for him with the
it's a
king mouse.
really elegant figure. I just it's not something I would buy to put on my shelf and go, there's a great action scene, but it is something I would put on a display in a house and be like, ask questions. You know what I mean? I would
Yeah,
punch a hole in my wall for that thing to live in.
and see, like, I want to do some pictures with him because I do pest control. So,
Oh, for sure.
you know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I got to get
I,
an old school wooden
and
snap trap.
that's something you and my ex-wife have in common, actually. That's basically what preventative medicine technicians do is on the side. They have to get their pest control license and deal with those things.
Mhm.
So I thought about that for her too. When I saw it, I was like, oh, she'd like that figure. Yeah.
It's neat. She ordered it, and it'll be somewhere displayed over here with the other ones. She likes Mythic Legions. She gets a lot
Mhm.
of Mythic Legions stuff. So that's
And
kind of her jam. And I got from my buddy Berserker's Brush. I mentioned before he was part of Tuco, the Tuco Viper.
mhm.
Um, he sent me something that he hoped I would do some pictures with. And as soon as I opened it Christmas night, I did said pictures and sent them to him. Is
Oh yeah,
he
you
got
said that to me too.
he got me a an original bridge layer with toll booth.
That's cool,
So
bro.
because I didn't have one, mine vanished long ago, and he sent me that for since I got the ramen one so much. So I stretched the bridge out on the kitchen table plus a stool and set it.
Mhm.
This whole thing stretched out, and it doesn't even cover the bridge end to end. So um, I thought that was cool. What's up,
Yeah.
Kenzo's Creations? How you doing, Kenny?
Hey.
No. And Pop Blender got me a couple of classifieds I didn't have. I think he got me retro. I think Snow Serpent another Viper, retro Viper.
For the
But
troop builds.
they
Yeah.
hadn't come in yet. So, and I did also get from Purple Elf this awesome uh thing right here, which is
Yeah.
a mock Iron Grenadier from
What do you mean by a
88,
mock one?
mint on card.
Oh, a mint on card. I thought you said a mock, like as in
Well,
a
that's
fake one,
yeah,
right? Like
a mock off. Mock's
yeah,
like
like a
hold on,
mockery.
I was already on full screen. Mock is
Hmm.
like a raw. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it a couple times because I know how much
No,
Punk
I get
likes
what
to
mint
hear
on
a
card is.
raw.
It's just that
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone use the acronym for it. They usually just say mint on card.
I never used to till I started watching Frostbite.
Oh, that's fair. All right. Influence,
his,
eh?
his Frostbite, he collects them, so he likes his mocks.
That's
Um,
fair.
let's see, we got Billy Butch teleporting in. Good evening, gents. Hope y'all have a great new year and PWT. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I'm going
So
back
yeah,
inside now.
I was excited for that. So, yeah, that's really, I haven't bought anything myself. Like, I don't even have anything pre-ordered right now. I don't have any stuff ordered actually. I don't
I
think
just
even
have
I
the
don't have
next
any.
Joe
Um,
wave. That's it.
I haven't even ordered it. I got the Snowcat. I think that's all I've got ordered right now.
Oh, oh, that's right. You didn't do the hiss. Like I said, I wasn't going to, and then I did. And I
Well,
still haven't canceled it.
it's got I think 4 days left. I still may because you got time to cancel it. So
Well, Jan
still
6th
may.
rings a bell in my head. I thought it was January 6th.
Let's
Maybe it's the
see what we
4th.
got. It is that's what it says. 4 days, 1 hour, 42 seconds
Okay, so the 4th then.
on the hiss. So I may still order it knowing that it's going to be 6 or 8 months for or anyway before we get charged for it. So I may
Mhm.
just so I don't miss it, but it's not something I really need. Like there's other stuff at that price I think I would rather have than another one of those. Even though I really like the Arctic stuff, always have.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's
Um,
another reason why I'm trying to shift more budget to these vehicles. I find them easier to place in decorative places throughout the house than
yeah,
trying to cram everything into a shelf, right?
I'm
And
gonna
then,
have to spread it out a little.
yeah,
Like
and
I'm gonna have to.
it's me and my teenager that live here. So who gives a crap how I decorate? So long as I'm happy with it. And if that means I have toys on a couple of levels or in a few different rooms of the house, I'm fine with it. Quite honestly, if anybody isn't, they must not be visiting very often. It's fine.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There's only like a couple of questions or people that would question anything, and everybody
Exactly.
else like, yeah, I don't care.
Happy New Year's, Rowdy.
Rowdy Riles in the house. Happy New Year, and Stranger Things Day. It is the finale of Stranger Things. I've not
Yeah.
watched any of season 5. I want to. I just got to see how it ends. But I
It's
don't
one
have
of those
Netflix right now.
yeah, it's one of those shows that I unfortunately I have to keep reminding myself. It's actually pretty good. Just
Yeah,
stay with it. I keep losing interest sometimes, so it's
yeah,
good.
we've talked about those before. Like, there's two or three like key shows. Like I will always shows that I've kind of give up on and gone back to, and the two that I'll always name are Sons of Anarchy and The Walking Dead. But I
Mhm.
have watched Stranger Things. If I have had Netflix when it's been on, I've watched it because I do enjoy I do enjoy the show. I
Yeah.
like the whole 80s nostalgia thing, even though it was nowhere near as glossy as it is in that show.
I
We all
think
know
they
there far more wood panel and cigarette smoke than what's
and
in that
shag
show.
rugs, yeah.
And
Yeah.
man, shag.
Dingy orange rugs everywhere. But
What's
no,
up?
I think they take nice snapshots of an era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So it's up to Joe Ara
Hmm.
42. Had a good time on with him Sunday on talking to him and Casey podcast from the pit and Hillbilly Harper, several people on there. We had a good show talking about our top 5 favorites of
I saw that.
2025.
Yeah, I
It was
saw that.
had a good time. Fun right at the end. The funniest thing, damnedest thing actually happened to me. We were ending the show and it went like there were 6 of us and we all had 5 picks. So it took a while.
Hmm. Yeah, I did.
And we got to the very end where Joe was wrapping the show up and was like, all right, and took the share screen off and everybody in biggin and he was just getting ready, I think, to start asking everybody what they were doing, what was coming up. We just lost Crow. So he did say something may die. So device may die. So that's good. Good story. So come back to us, Crow. Call. So Joe had just brought everybody back on screen and I think was about to do the round robin on what do you got coming up, what's happening on your channel and all that stuff. And as soon as it went back up, everybody started spinning on my screen. And I thought, I was like, "Oh man, he froze," and then everybody started spinning. I'm like, "That's not good. That's me." And then from the next room, all the lights just went out. Oh, we made it through the whole show and got to the very end, and that happened. So my internet went out. So come to find out what actually happened after much troubleshooting and trips up and down the stairs with breakers, there's a plug on that circuit, a wall plug, and it's like some of my living room wall plugs. A wire burnt, like charred. It didn't like flame on, but possibly could have eventually. It happened a couple weeks ago and it went out and it come right back. Hadn't happened again up until Sunday, right at the end of the show over on Joe's channel. Come to find out after figuring it out, it was actually the plug that went bad. And dad come over the next day. It was like, we'll pull them out and look at them. You know, it could be a wire. It was actually a wire. There was a wire going into the plug that was like all like it wasn't charred, but it had been warm.
That
Welcome
was
back,
weird.
Dusty Old Crow.
Oh, my screen just started blinking. I had pop-ups and it was porn and I don't know what else was. No, my whole
Um,
thing glitched out, so I just had to reboot. Sorry about that.
Yeah, you just kind of vanished. I was
Just
just
do that.
telling the story of the plug that went bad right at the end when I was on with Joe.
Yeah,
Like a plug in my living room, like one of the wires got hot and tripped
it's-
everything in the living room, including my router.
I think it's ironic that I had a power issue just as you were talking about that. Then,
It's fate. It was
yeah.
fate.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
see. And Rowdy saying it made me cry a lot. The Stranger Things finale. I'll see it. I gotta see. I gotta see how it ends. So
Yeah, keep push. Oh my God, keep push.
running up that. I don't even
She
remember
must
that
mean
song.
tonight's. I don't know.
Yeah,
Tonight's must be a
probably
night.
tonight's. Yeah, is the last
Mm.
one. I don't even
Gasp.
remember that song from the '80s.
I do.
Running up that hill. Do you? I
Yeah. Hmm.
do not remember it at all.
Hmm.
Joes are everywhere through the house. Christmas village, training ground for snow job versus Arctic bats. Christmas tree, lost more Joes in ghillie suits that way.
Well,
Oh man. Let's see. Yes, cribbage tables, backgammon sets, pedestal ashtrays, that faux wood hexagonal living room end table. That table is in my basement and it come from Pop Blender's mom with the that opened had the handle where it like the three quarters of the hexagon door opened up.
yeah.
She was getting rid of those tables, and I was like, "I'll take them. It's in my basement." Fuck you. Steve is the best character in Stranger Things. I like Eddie, and nobody spoil it if Eddie came back. I don't know. I don't want to know if Eddie came back from the upside down.
Eddie's the
Oh,
game master of the Hellfire Club.
yes.
Yeah, he was my favorite as well.
The guitar man. Oh,
Yeah. We don't talk about Eddie.
went out valiantly. Oh, so you got War Chest full of toys is here. Happy New Year's, guys.
Hi.
How you doing, War Chest?
Hi, War Chest. You
You
son of a
very
bitch.
relevant later. Jimmy Hoffa is probably in that basement. he may be. He may be in the Christmas decorations that I haven't pulled
Yeah.
out for
I
like 6 years.
I apologize, War Chest, for calling you that, but you're the kind of guy that farts in an elevator just as he gets off and lets everybody go down to the ground floor with it.
Yeah.
Clearly. And I mean that in
As
a loving way.
as the doors are closing.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's gonna come up
let's
a little bit later.
So let's see. So I did okay, I took that banner down already. Okay. I'm ahead of myself. All right.
No,
So
that's all right.
next next
We're going to
next
midnight, right? So midnight
midnight your
Canada
time.
time.
Yes, midnight
Canada time.
Canada time. Um
Mhm.
let's see. So I do have where did my Where did my banner go? Why doesn't my banner? Oh, I bet I got it set on a timer. They did this thing where you can put banners on a or timers on your banners,
Hmm.
and I created that one today. So, got to talk about Fring Viper coming
Mhm.
up. Fring Viper is going to take off on his journey Saturday, Friday, or Saturday. I plan on having a Fring Viper ready to go, and I'm not going to play. Play the commercial. It's a minute and a half. I don't want to play it. Might do it later because
Hmm.
it's going to come up again. Anyway, so Fring Viper, where he gets to travel around to various people, and you get to spend a week or 10 days with him, take some pictures, take him out to a ball game, take him to a strip club.
Have a
Actually,
hot
don't take him.
bath with
Don't don't don't
sleep
don't take
beside
him to a
them.
I can't. Don't take him to a strip club because I can't show those pictures. I mean, I can see
Yes, you
them.
can.
Yeah, you know
Yes,
what?
you
Take
can.
him. Just disinfect him. Um, so Flame
Washington one.
Vipers getting ready to kick off. If there's anybody that does want to get in on that, email me or hit me on social media. I'm finishing the list. Gonna do it a little bit different this year than the way I did it last year. It's going to be kind of the same thing, but I do have a couple of specific pictures that I want people to take with him. And I have an idea for that. So I will need those for later. So Frame Viper is getting ready to start his journey in the beginning of the year rather than halfway through, as Tuco Viper did in 2024. So did want to
Sweet.
make sure I brought that up. So let's see. More chest saying no leaks or rumors till next year.
Till
You'll be
next year.
you'll be out of the game next year. You won't even be collecting next year. War Chest has emailed all the Stranger Things leaks to Viper Isle. He sent them 2 months ago. Oh,
Yeah.
let's see. Stanley, you've holler at me on Facebook, or email is in the channel description
Mhm.
for me. And Billy says, just subscribe. Looking forward to checking out your channel. I appreciate that. It's
Good call, Billy.
mostly silly and rants.
Yeah.
So let's see. Lalo Viper next time or Nacho Viper. We'll see. I have an idea. Actually, have an idea for Nacho Viper. We will see.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
here
just
we go.
saying, by the time you get around to doing this next year, if you're not into Vipers, there's going to be that Crimson Guard female. She could have a different good time traveling the world.
That's right. I see Under Siege. Under
Hmm?
Siege with the cake, the chick popping out of the cake.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Right?
So, all right. So let's see what other stuff that let's do this off the cuff. Let's the three worst classified accessories that we were both woefully
Oh,
unprepared for.
oh yeah.
Um,
Let's see, get to some of these lists that we said we do. Yes. Okay. I have one. I have one, two, three, four. Four of the worst accessories. A couple of them are from 2025, and some of them still stand as hands down the worst accessories. But what you had two?
we were supposed to do three, and I was trying to get so much stuff done right up until go time. I only wound up with two.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna loan you one of mine.
Okay.
But I feel like you probably already said it. So why don't we just talk right away about Saw Viper's gun?
Well, that is one of the two that I have. So
That's what I figured.
that is
Um,
definitely one. We could pivot and talk about
no, like why is
the
that the worst accessory? We both
the
had it on our list. Let's get it out of the way. Right? It's a
the
glaring obvious one.
yes, the saw, the on the nose, giving the guy a saw, which I'm not opposed to the little saw. I actually think it's kind of cool, just not on the gun. Like I think it's terrible. It's not Gears of War. Um,
Nope.
so mainly the saw, except I could actually say the gun because we got the handle that pops off. We got the only one position that you can hold it in, and the way the backpack is designed, because they used Tiger Force Roadblocks backpack, the ammo feeds in the wrong way unless you want to run it through his legs. So that's why I don't like it.
I'm with you. I think as a figure goes for the classified collection, it has its place. You know, it was in the comics. It's comic accurate to when all those Joes bit the dust, right? Who took them? It was him.
RIP Doc.
But when they added the saw, the hand saw, to the end of the barrel, you know, my tactical way of looking at things says, oh, I guess you didn't need to adjust the gas regulator at all anymore on that kind of a gun. Not ever, right? Don't worry about
Right.
it. It's not how guns work. And then the idea of a big cumbersome machine gun having this nimble cutting tool on the end was just amazing. Yet when I see it on the Arctic version of the saw viper now, I'm like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense now because he needs a nice saw. But again, putting it on the end of the barrel, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
also this magic weapon that links to his helmet and all these things. Like when you look at the old file card for the saw viper, they basically invented the what is it? You know when you play with a kid and he always one ups you to the point where you can't one up him again? This is the stamp it,
Right.
no erase, he's all god power, black ball beats them all gun,
Yeah.
which takes belt ammo from the backpack and box ammo from the box sitting on it and all these things. It was just nightmare of a weapon. And then you said it too, right? The way they did that bar for the handle was just
So
an
bad.
engineering nightmare. It was like, nope, nope. It's supposed to work, but it doesn't because you left it open ended and you didn't close it. If you had closed it, it would have stayed in place, but you left it open ended.
Yeah, it's just, man, it's just bad all around. And
Oh,
if they could have just if they'd have just went with the gun, much as I don't like the gun, um, I could have been like, okay, like in this world, this Saw Viper, it's not a semi-automatic weapon. It's this world's version of an M249 saw. Great. But then when they put the actual saw on there, it's like, man, come on. And you mentioned, I like the point that you made about this very nimble, like more delicate use tool that he's got on the end of this bulky gun. So you've worn this stuff before. How much do you think Saw Viper's body armor and leg armor weigh?
yeah, that chest rig alone. Yeah, I mean, like guys that stay in shape and do CrossFit and drink protein, inject protein in their dicks and things like that. Like they can go a long time with. You get used to wearing plate armor and things like that in different climates, but carrying around boxes of ammo on top of that and big cumbersome machine guns, like you don't have a natural rest position when some of that equipment's obstructing you. So
Yeah,
you're kind of sweating bullets and you're using muscle groups that maybe a lot of people don't end up using when they're going from point A to point B that these guys are, right?
right.
So I think he would die of heat exhaustion in any room within fucking an hour. Just from the backpack, the helmet, the extra armor, carrying that gun around, and then being told, take your time cutting that door, Bob. Uh,
Yeah, just take your time. We'll be over here. Be over here having some water, having some liters of water. So,
but
say, what's up, Viper
conversely,
Scout?
yeah, the thing about the Saw Viper I did like was the more you took away from him, the better you got. Take that helmet off. It's a cool head. Like take some of that gear off. He's got a nice plain black technical buck. You can do some stuff with that. Like,
I just wish you could get the leg armor off too. You can strip
yeah,
everything off except the leg armor.
his
Um,
diaper.
I was waiting on it. Take the fucking saw off, and good lord, they literally
Yeah.
gave people the option to remove it so they wouldn't bitch, yet they
Yeah, that's
still
what I mean.
bitch.
Take things
You're
away
it.
from it, it gets better,
Yeah,
right? It was just the idea that
that's right.
somebody went. What I wonder sometimes, I always want to sit in those rooms and be like, okay, show me the concept, and everybody's looking at the sketches and be like, okay, there's 7 of us here. Do we think that saw is a good idea on the end of that gun? Raise your hands. Good, it's unanimous. And I'd be like, get me out of this room. What are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Like that's the only point.
It's happy hour. Let's yeah. I've got one with the saw off
Mhm.
of it and the ammo box on the gun and not the belt. I have one that's just holding two saws, and then I then I have one that is got Top Fun Retro Toys
Uh,
3D Saw Viper painted M249 saw. So
yeah.
enough about
Either
that.
way,
We
we went
already
heavy
made
handed.
Lawrence mad. Yeah,
Yeah, I think. Well, it's fine. He gets mad about a lot of things. Well,
that's
just
true.
ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it like he ignores it in our his chats. The that thing got lots of mention in that review too. Like I know my review mentioned it and your review mentioned it. So what was the other piece of kit you had that wasn't this? I'm curious about that.
So the other one that came to mind immediately, and there, I mean, there's a couple. I just didn't have time to look at the stuff, and because most of the accessories I don't like are in the bags in the tote. So
That's fair.
the first one that came to mind immediately were Baroness's glasses, Rattler Baroness's glasses,
Oh, the
and
Rattler one?
and
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
have the
and
Rattler,
yeah,
so
but so her glasses are the arm pieces of her glasses, the ears pieces, like they just wad up when you try to put them on her, and you can pull the hair out and work them in there. That's what you have to do, but like they are super flimsy. I know Punk's Sergeant Slaughter, the glasses were similar.
mm,
My Sarge wasn't that bad, but I had that
mine
problem
was.
with the Baroness one. So they literally, I was trying to put them on her, and I had my little forcep things trying to hold the hair out and put them in there, and they like wadded up against the side of her skull.
No. My Sergeant Slaughter glasses are like punks. It looks like somebody punched him in the side of the head, bent the frame, and he's fine with it. Like they just
Yeah.
they yanked. They're bad, but yeah, I can see it. I didn't get the Baroness. I didn't get the Rattler, so I'm gonna take your testimony as the gospel on that one.
All right. Well, those were the only two that I had. As much as I nitpick these figures, those were the only two that immediately come to mind.
So one that I'm gonna say, listen, it's not about the fig, it's about the engineering on it, and people will maybe not be as offended. V4 Snake Eyes leg holster. That drooly gumdrop piece of kit can't even hold its own shadow properly, right? That to me was just a useless endeavor. Can't believe it made it through the testing room floor to say that this was a good thing. We don't need to do anything about the tensile density or anything like that. You know,
Yeah.
it doesn't hold that MP5 for shit, right? At least mine doesn't, and several others that I've seen are in a similar boat, right? So
So I do not actually have that figure, so I can't attest to it.
okay, you didn't
But I
get V4
believe you.
Snake Eyes?
I did not. I
Oh
didn't
my
get.
god.
I got. I'm 0 for 2 snake eyes this year.
Oh, you didn't get the polar bear one either, eh? That's right.
Mm-mm,
Hmm.
mm-mm.
Now I know the
Sta-
little things you'll look for at Joe Fest for deals.
um, Yeah, yeah, I want the bear. I mean, I that Snake Eyes, and I've always wanted that version of Snake Eyes, but the bear, like, I really need the bear.
I'll keep
Um,
my eyes open for it. I see them around here, and I'm kind of waiting for them to go on sale as well because I figured you didn't have the bear, but it's just right now it's sitting at just under $100 in Canada, and I'm like, I can do better than this, you
well,
know.
some people here have seen it at the WalMarts, at the WalMarts that have the display. Like
Mhm.
the one I go to that has it, I haven't seen it there.
Yeah.
So
S-
maybe Stanley's got a good one. So heavy
yeah,
duty's mech suit, underwhelming. I have it lying on the ground. Uh,
I have
I
my
liked
heavy
it.
duty sitting on top of it.
I liked it a whole lot more when I got heavy duty in hand, and I finally figured out how to put it on him. It was like, all right, it's still kind of ridiculous, but once it was on him, not actually too bad. It does make him very wobbly though. At the waist, it makes him very like, bump him and he's gonna sway. I had him on the
Mhm.
shelf with it on for a long time, and I just when I moved some stuff around recently, I just took it off and put one of the rocket launchers in his hand.
I like them better than I like God, who's the Iron Grenadier I'm thinking of? Metalhead? Is it Metalhead?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I like that better than that, but I don't know, man. Heavy duty is just one of those things you just bitter pill swallow because the whole concept is kind of ridiculous. So I look at that entire suit and I'm like, that is something I would build with a mat tech in the hangar in the army and make new guys think they're gonna wear it. Be like, fuck, you're gonna take this out to the field, boys. You're gonna
It's
go fight the
it's
enemy wearing this, boys.
it's like an A team creation.
It is. Be like, you're going to be our indestructible troop. Get to the front line. Go. Right. Just,
I ha- I I do have to say though, I liked it way more when I got it in hand than I thought I was going to.
oh, on a sci fi comic hero kind of guy, like that side of me, I'm like,
Yeah,
that looks kind of neat.
yeah.
It
The
is.
the
It's
whole
neat looking. Yes,
alien vibe. Yeah,
for sure. Absolutely. I can't do the army thing and not still be a sci-fi nerd at the same time,
mm,
right? It just
yeah.
there's two different angles to see these things. But yeah, it's a weight nightmare on the figure if you're precariously balancing that figure as it is.
And Lone Dragon saying, "Sorry, I'm drunk." Did Crunchy Crow say earlier that he shipped the figure I wanted?
Crunchy Crow hasn't even showed up. No, Lone Dragon has said we're
Crunchy
getting
Crow.
past New Year's, so it's getting to the point I'm going to be reaching out and letting you guys know when I do ship them. I do them one couple every week until they're done, right? So that it doesn't hit that budget too hard because shipping
Yeah.
is a variable. But you'll get them.
So, but he's up there though, right?
I'm not
Is it
sure.
Lone
I'll find
Dragon?
out.
Are you in Canada? I don't
It's fine.
remember. So
It's all good. We'll deal with it.
maybe I'm
Like I
thinking of
said,
Beardy. Beardy's
Beardy is. Yeah, Beardy's up
Beardy's
here
up
in
there. So
Canada. Yeah. Yeah.
we had some mixed reviews on Heavy Duty. He's fantastic, like stripped down.
The thing I didn't like about Heavy Duty wasn't even the harness thing. I felt like they overloaded his head. Between the headset and the monocle, I found that kind of a clusterfuck to get together and keep on.
Yeah,
I found I had to
yeah,
pick one, either the headset or the monocle, but not both. And I'm like, that's a wasted allocation of plastic.
yeah. They do
Which,
bump each other.
yeah, and so the next piece of kit I had on the list, seeing as we got through the two you had, and we talked about heavy duty because probably should have been on the list, it just wasn't. Um, Talked about Saw Viper Snake before. A couple of older ones, but let's go back to last summer's. The biggest I, animal companions are never a waste if you can do something with them, right?
I
The
know
only
where this is
exception
going.
I found was Apspera. I liked Apspera for tripwire, even though he had no business really being there. It's fine. But General Ledger is the most useless thud piece of plastic, right? And only because it didn't get the same consideration as what Spirit got with Freedom, right? Like, make
Poor
it
Polly
fine.
didn't either.
No. And somehow I accept it with Polly just almost in the same light. Like Polly, I was like, yeah, it's needed, but for some reason, it's just something about there's a waste of potential with General Ledger that isn't there for Polly. It's a
Yeah.
predatory bird. It technically should be a weapon, so there should be a little bit of play with it. It's not,
So
and
when we
it's
get
fine.
Voltar, do you think he's going to be just a turd like General Ledger with his Vulture?
I don't know because at that size, I feel like the cheapest and most cost effective way to do it is to treat it like a turd and just be like, here's a piece of plastic to
Yeah.
represent. Like we're not going to go tooling this. I get
Just
it, but I don't receive it like it's like, yeah, this is great. I'd be like, I wish I could have saved $1.20 off this set to not
yeah.
have this particular piece of kit. And the
Yeah.
last piece of kit is in the same vein, and I'll mention it because it's way earlier in the line. Fiona's baby crocodiles. God, they were cute, eh? But
They are
like,
cute.
what the fuck function do they serve on your shelf besides being cute little crocodiles? Like,
I
do
don't
you
know. I disagree because you can have them in somebody's hand like they're trying to eat their face and they're like trying to pull a face hugger off.
where are yours right now?
Oh, they're in the bag.
As are mine, right? Like, yeah, you can do these things. They're great for a photo or two, and then well, I got that picture. Blink, blink, two little baby crocodiles.
They're
I
I didn't want to lose them, especially the cute albino one because
yeah,
they're
and
rare. They're endangered.
And I'm not trying to bring this up as in like I need desperately to complain about Hasbro's plastic allocation. I'm just like once you've owned them, like and the new fig sensation wears off, you're kind of like looking at these pieces going, eh, I don't
I
even mind if I drop this and don't pick it up right away. Like,
see that. Oh, that would drive me crazy. So before we put this room together, I just had all of my guys on my bar, like in my living room, kitchen, bar thing, and I had them
sure.
all set up there for a long time, and I had them up there. And as much stuff gets moved around on that bar and what, I'm like, man, I'm gonna lose them. So I did back them up.
So
Uh,
I remember my very first couple of figures were Stalker and then Rock and Roll. And I would go to my garage and smoke, and I just kept them in the garage because that's where I contemplated them, and I would stick them on this ladder that I had hanging on my wall sideways, and they would start lining up on the ladder. Before you knew it, I had five. Oh, now I've got seven. I can't use the ladder anymore, so I
yeah,
built a little fob, like a forward operating base diorama, and I made a video for my buddies, and that turned into a YouTube channel. For fuck's sakes.
right, right.
Like literally how this channel got started, right? So, yeah.
It's the Genesis.
Yeah.
Um, so
Oh,
it's up
wow.
to 6:10. Yo, Joe Daddy's in the house. What's going on?
I need a second to
It's,
use the can there. Can you take it for two
uh,
seconds?
I can. I can. Let's see, because I have some starred comments I can hit. Yeah, hit mute. Uh, let's see. So Brandon is in Cambridge, Ontario. And I was way off because Lone Dragon is in Southwest Virginia. He's Lone Dragon is like 5 or 6 hours from me, I guess. So, yeah, a little more than that, probably about 7. Let's see. Yeah, there's Pop Blender checking in saying, I know where this is going. That was the general ledger talk. General ledger is just like awful. At least Polly has some personality. What did General Ledger ever do? Well, we didn't have a General Ledger back then, did we? Yeah, Polly. But man, I just wish Polly fit a little bit better on shipwrecks, like on his whatever rope. I wish she fit up there just a little bit better because I always did like Polly. There's Shane, same time toys, teleporting in, saying, "What's good, guys? What's going on, my man? How you doing?" And Lone Dragon saying, "I need to know when the package is on the way because there's an old man on the next street over that will totally keep my package if it's left on his porch by mistake."
Okay. I got you covered, man. Like I said, I will tell you guys what I'm shipping about, but I said that at the night of the draw too. I said I'm not going to do it till after New Year's, right? So it's chaos at the post office right now, and Canada is not great for that not having a strike. So I'm just once New Year's is dealt with, then I'll ship them out and I will message everybody and say, today's the day yours went out. Start tracking this.
Every time I see something about the Canadian post office going on strike, I'm like, oh, it's just
It,
another Tuesday.
yeah, no, and it's not really it's jumping across the border. It's the customs.
Yeah.
It takes forever for them to even get through some of that at this time of year. So that was the unfortunate side. I didn't think about doing that draw near Christmas. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem with doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got one more entry for
Hmm.
Fring Viper, which I thought I already had that person in, so but did not. All right, so
Okay.
let's see what would sabotage package teach him a lesson or make things worse.
All right.
All right, I think I am also going to go break real quick and hit the banyo because I
Uh,
think we're. Did you have more on your accessories list?
no,
Okay,
it's fine. When you get back, we'll have to hit some of these other lists because we got to be done at
yeah,
midnight. But yeah, no, I got to think about what we're gonna show because I'm not ready to talk about the other thing yet. So,
all right. Well, we do.
yeah.
I mean, we have our. We didn't only pick out the stuff that sucked about 2025. We did pick things we're looking forward to in 2026.
Yeah,
Um,
no, how long are you gonna be? I can
oh,
random
like
question.
just a couple minutes, long enough to use the
All right.
restroom and fix something to make me have to do it again.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You can give
All
me
right.
the screen.
Oh, you want full screen?
Well, I mean, what are you gonna blank your screen out?
I am.
When you go, okay, it's whatever you want.
All
Dude,
right.
just take a break. I really don't. I had fillers and rants for later, but it was after we had talked about some of these lists. I was going to go back and say when he goes to the bathroom, I'll get more into it, but it didn't work out that way. That's fine. It's New Year's Eve, and like one thing is, I am not the guy that makes New Year's resolutions because I won't keep them, but I know people do them, and I was kind of surprised. Um, I didn't come up with any that like for humor lists or anything, or Darren didn't come up like who's got it. But if you guys in the chats had any New Year's resolutions, you're free to share them. But one of the things I wonder about though is just because of the current climate with toys, is there some of you guys making spending resolutions about what products you're going to buy and what you aren't. Like I say I am doing, right? I got to cut back on some lines that I'm no longer going to collect or dabble in to make room for others. And do you think 2025 is going like did you spend more in 2025 than you did in 2024? And are you going to spend more in 2026 than you did in 2025? Because it feels like everybody is saying they're actually going to reduce their spending in 2026. And I look at some of the offerings out there and I'm like, I don't know if people are going to be able to enforce that the way they are if they are like dedicated collectors to certain lines. I think a lot of people will cave, like I've been doing, and like others have been doing, going, well, I wasn't going to get that, then I'll get that, right? One of the big ones I'm going to be really shutting down on my channel was buying figure waves. I'm not going to like classified. I'll buy all my classified as I get access to them. As long as I can get them, I'll buy them. But Marvel Legends is one where I'm like, okay, I was playing with algorithm kung fu for a little while because a couple toy stores told me, like, they got the stuff early. They had waves early. So that told me, hey, if I can get this early, maybe I can jump on that algorithm and see what that does for the channel. So I did that. Thanks to Toys on Fire, I was able to do that with the two different figure lines of Marvel, like Marvel Legends waves, comics and others. And it's not worth doing if you don't really like every figure in the wave. And the Marvel Build-A-Fig is something that I'm looking at now going, all right, I'm not definitely not participating in Marvel Build-A-Figs anymore. We're going to talk about that when we recap some of the 2025 shit that me and Darren came up with. But I'm very curious about how many people are looking at their toy budget right now and trying to cheerlead themselves spending less, or how many are just conceited or can reside to the idea that it's going to be another expensive year because of what they've seen already, right? You have your HasLab coming out. You're gonna get a Cobra HasLab offering, sometime in the summer or fall, because we just had the GI Joe HasLab. We have the Cobra His Tank coming. You're gonna be paying for that around the that quarter as well, because that'll be coming due in the fall of 2026, I think, winter, right? You're going to have all these offerings to support that winter line. And Hasbro has been talking about apparently doing some desert stuff, right? So if you believe some of the leaks, that you got to think, well, with every line, they come up with vehicles, they come up with sets and things like that. So I don't think, I don't think Hasbro plans on taking less of anyone's money this year. And then I look at other offerings out there, right? Um, Guys like Operation Monster Force, sure. But I said it. I'm going to collect the black. As soon as I'm able to order it, I'm going to order it. And that is a Valaverse product. And I know how some people feel about Force and Valaverse, but I don't care. So a good looking figure is a good looking figure. I'm going to buy it if I like it. And I like the premise of the disconnected naval post-apocalyptic vibe that they've got it, where it's these guys are running like pirates now because the federal states, they've collapsed. There's no federal government anymore. So these guys are like pirates on their warships and shit. I like the vibe of the figures, but I also like the price points that they're trying to they're trying to use and say, look, these are the new pricing system. And I think this is a good time to introduce people to that option. So I'm fine. I'm going to try that. It's only 4 figs or so. I'll do that. Darren should be back really soon. Son of a bitch, leaving me out here to dry again. But let me know in the comments. I know where some of you stand. You won't touch Vala with a 10-foot pole, and that's fine. You're entitled to opinions. Everybody is talking about that a lot lately. But I mean, what's not to get excited about a good-looking figure that's got its own unique thing going on that your current figure line hasn't done. You can't tell me GI Joe has killed it for Navy, right? They haven't killed it for Navy, so there's a good Navy gap to be had there. They haven't done pirates. I don't have a whole lot of pirate lines out there. But that price point, right? To take $10 off a fig on general, is that is that something we should be more excited about? Because I feel like I want that to catch on a little bit and become something that other companies worry about. Maybe it's not about, maybe they should be worried about somebody who makes a cheaper figure. Maybe that works to our benefit. I don't know. Darren, you son of a bitch, you need to get
You're doing a
back.
fine job. Fine
You
job.
fuck, man. That was like 5, 10 minutes of rambling. Get back on the screen so I can get off and go
All
for a
right.
smoke.
All right. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah, it took a little longer than what I was expecting. So
Yeah.
please
But
let me run back to the chat here. So go ahead.
yeah.
What was you
I'll
where
take
was
my
you?
my tablet with me, but no, it's I was just ending off on that bit about the black because I don't really need to visit that subject again later, but the price point thing is something that's going to keep coming up.
Yeah. Um well I'm gonna visit it later.
Hmm.
Just we're reading through the comments here. Let's
Yeah.
see. Matthew spent less in 25 than he did in 24, less in 26. So
Okay,
we must have
good.
been talking about our budgets and cutting back.
Yeah, a little bit because I think it's not easy to say you're going to do it and then do it, especially if you're running a channel. As a casual
Yeah.
collector, sure. Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's it. Like I'll be pivoting into doing some other stuff to hopefully some other toy related stuff to hopefully make up
Mhm.
some of the gap in where I'm going to cut back. So
Yeah, I mean, I won't get
uh,
rid of Marvel Legends completely. If it's a mutant, it's an X-Men, it's probably going on my shelf, but like, yeah, it's a lot of money to get tied up in just trying to do a channel sometimes when you have people that subscribe to you because you did Marvel Legends, right? Like you can't just
oh
drop it.
yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Well, if that's how they found you. So
Yeah.
let's
Mhm.
see here. It takes him this long to piss. Don't make fun of his prostate issues. It's the frequency. It's the frequency. So, what's the two headed ogre? I've seen the headed ogre come up a couple times. I'm not sure what
Is
that
that
is.
a Mythic Legions or something?
I don't
Like,
know. It was somebody mentioned it earlier. It might have been Lone Dragon. I saw him. I just remember seeing it. Something. Somebody posted it earlier.
yeah, no, I'm not
Um,
sure.
must be talking about the black owner. That's why people will back away and aren't excited for it. And I can see
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
How you
Yeah,
are the
man.
CEO for your company is a choice, and he has made a choice on how he's the CEO for his company, and it deterred quite a few people, I guess. But I don't know. I just look at the product and I look at what it's trying to do, and I'm like, yeah, I got room for that. It's not a huge
Yeah,
line. What was it,
yeah.
Matthew's comment? Can you go back to Matthew's? I missed that.
Pick and choose. Like the
Mm.
need that Valomedic and the raft he's making the night landing raft thing.
Yeah.
I need to see it like finished, but I'm interested in it too. Yeah, the
I
medic for sure. I was disappointed because I thought the medic was in series 6, and I thought I was going to get to see it, but I was wrong. It wasn't at Titan
Mhm.
Toy. Um,
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's you give it to Operation Monster Force, Valaverse, Joe, anything. I love the little competition to kind of do something that the other guy isn't. And Ramen and Gridiron jump in on that, right? And Vala's going to do boats. I'll buy a boat. Who else is doing a boat, right? For that scale, right? So long as it's a
yeah,
good product. But maybe I just don't like everything coming out of the CEO's mouth. Oh well.
Yeah,
Oh
that,
well.
that's true. I'm looking up this ogre. I want to
Yes,
see.
please. I'm
I
curious
want to
what
see
the
this. I want to see this ogre. So
two-headed ogre. I feel like that's got to be a Four Horsemen product or something. But
let's see.
I'm gonna get back
Uh,
on here in a second.
all right.
Well, a couple seconds. You gotta buy me a couple more minutes, but let's not dead air this. We're looking for an ogre that might not be the easiest thing.
Oh,
Somebody in the comments, who makes it?
Medi
Oh,
Toys. He
Medi
said.
Toys. Okay, there you go.
So, and I don't see it on BBTS,
All
but
right,
it actually
next.
looks pretty cool. So, all right.
Hmm,
So let's. I'm gonna show the ogre. I found it. It
there
wasn't
we
on
go.
BBTS. So let's look at the. Let's look at the two-headed ogre here. That's what they called me in community college.
Oh
There
yeah.
he is. World Crusher Ogre. That thing looks
That
pretty
l-
sweet.
that looks right out of like so Warhammer 40K has a fantasy version just called Warhammer where they do basically Dungeons and Dragons models, and that looks like one of their ogre kits that you would pay like $80 or $120 to build and put on the table. It would stand about 7 inches, but that thing's probably what? I'm gonna call it right now. That is $180 figure.
It's a naked ogre. No, that's a three-headed ogre.
What?
It was 148.87 on
All right.
whatever on toys1japan.com.
Okay. I wasn't that far off. I was a bit over.
Yeah, it's a little
Looks
pricey,
weighty.
little out of my price range there. So, yes, a little way too much drama for toys. They're quite literally supposed to make people happy. Um, wow, Clint's back saying Netflix has crashed.
Well, Stranger Things must have done that.
Hmm.
Mm.
Didn't that happen when they had what was it, boxing or WWE when they started doing it? It crashed.
Oh, sorry. I was reading Punk's little dig.
Oh,
What was that?
some of us have principles when it comes to who we support.
Oh, okay. We can debate all that all night, but it's a backhanded joke. I get it. Never. What was that
It's a
about the Stranger
big
Things?
no lone dragon. Never thought I'd be on a boat. It's a
Mm.
big blue watery road, and a little T Pain
Yeah.
and the Lonely Island. I love that
Yes,
song.
man. Love it.
No, he said Netflix has crashed. So yeah, I'm guessing that probably Stranger Things might have had something to do with that.
Jeez. Didn't crash during the Logan Paul or the Jake Paul fight, but he did.
It
That was
wasn't
awesome.
on, wasn't on long enough. How many did that go? How many rounds did
Six.
that go? Six.
It went
Okay.
six, and it was not even close to a good fight.
I just saw all the memes afterwards.
Oh yeah, broken jaw. That's awesome.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah, rightly so. You're gonna have to give
Yeah.
me just another minute here to put this out, and then I'll be back. But we can get on to other topics or shit.
Well, our other topics that we have are uh, the two that we know of. We got what sucked in 2025 and what are you anticipating most in 2026?
Let's talk about the 2026 stuff because there was you. We talked about one that we both thought was relevant.
Yep. Now I have to go back and go back into the other slides. So you want to go ahead and pull up stuff that you were anticipating that you were
Well, there was just the yeah. I mean, sure. Yeah, you got the slides, right? So
yeah, just want to make sure
yeah.
you're ready to talk about it.
Oh
So
yeah.
we talked about this thing. You brought it up a little bit.
Yeah. This thing's very cool. I can't wait till Punk gets his hands on it because he's gonna get it before everyone and he's gonna do a bang up review on it. But this took a lot of convincing for me to get behind because it's not the first time we've seen this model, right?
No, no. But man, this thing looks good.
Yeah, and it's not this picture that sold it for me. It's after you get the decal set on it. That's what sold it to me. I was like, yes, we are doing this. And I should mention, what I am curious, if anybody's following Fans Hobby and this particular project, Punk, I'm talking to you particularly. Fans Hobby has an offering of an extension kit for their Dune Buggy on their site. You can't order this through Fans Hobby. You have to go through BBTS. Um,
Mm.
I'm wondering if that extension kit, it should carry over to this, and that has the extra tires and jump seat and all this other stuff. And it's a dirt cheap price. It's like 30 bucks or something. I'm just curious if it's going to be compatible with this variant or not.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's a pretty good. You would think. I mean, it should be the same frame and everything.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's the same frame. What they've done is this is what I like. This is what makes it kind of the acid rain thing, right? You do that oxide rust. Sure. It's that gun. That gun is actually a character gun. That drum is a backpack, and that is a carryable Gatling gun that one of their other characters has with them. I was looking at them on BBTS. I
Okay.
am very interested in this figure line. It's just a matter of, I kind of have to make room for it to be an after purchase. I'm not going to pre-order because I've pre-ordered too much already. But do they ever look good with this?
Thing looks great. This is what the actual All Striker should have looked like if they were going to change the gun. They should have used this. If put as much as I hate that damn gun for the ram that they gave to Grim Viper, and honestly, I don't really hate it. I'm just kind of
I
tired
do.
of it, and it's not a good character weapon. Put that on here instead of those awful 50 cals that they put on the All Striker.
Well, that
Um,
Gatling gun almost made my list of worst. It's so pointless. But go on.
just I'm trying to overlay in my mind the actual all striker onto this picture, and how much difference would just a nice gun like that, nice weapon on top of the all striker made. I'm bummed they didn't do the retro cannon. I know there's
Well,
options to get it, but man, this would have been so much better than those 50 cals.
so I kind of am with the you and kind of the masses a little bit on what they didn't do with the Striker was a mistake. They should have stuck with the original cannon from the Striker back in the original way, right, as a classified vehicle because when they modernize, it's fine. They're not really competing against anybody when they modernize a figure, right? They're not worried about Gridiron making a loadout for that figure. They really aren't. They'll
Yeah,
modernize mainframe and you'll like it. But when they do it to a vehicle, right, they're having problems with fit issues, weapons, gummy plastic fits, things like that. As a company, they need to resign to the fact that they have an aftermarket that takes care of that for their fans. They're still going to sell their vehicle, right? So just make the original gun. People are going to upgrade it anyways.
yeah.
They're going to replace it no matter what.
I think there'd be a whole lot less people complaining if we just got the original one,
Yeah.
and not worrying about replacing it as long as it stayed put. I mean,
But as
that's the other
but
thing.
But as a toy collector, I like having the options out there. And that's all it comes down to. You can talk about like Punk joked about the principles aspect. I mean, I don't know if he's joking or not. I assume he is, but the principles are draw your lines in your sand. How much are you going to let toy collecting complicate your life? If I see a product that I like, yeah, we have this trend to cancel culture, everything, and go, well, I don't like that they tested makeup on that animal, so I don't buy that makeup. Okay, that's a stance you take, support or whatnot. When it comes to the toy guy, I don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit if the guy's an asshole, right? And yeah, if he's really offended my friends, I have a personal issue with his personality and what he does as a person. But the product of his multi-billion dollar company, I'm sorry, it's low hanging fruit. I'm going to spend money. And
yeah,
if it becomes too complicated than that, then toys aren't fun for me anymore, right? I like that third party competitors do shit like this that make me go, yeah, that bolsters the collection I have. I don't like being told one or the other, right?
right,
Don't like
right,
don't like that implication at all. And that's what I feel like. And it's no fault of our friends and it's no fault of the people that aren't our friends, but that is what YouTube does. It just divides everybody. Pick one or the other because one sucks, you're wasting your money, and the other is
Yeah.
great, right?
Yeah.
And it gets into what we're going to talk about a little bit later. I don't like being talked down to. I really don't. And
Right.
that's what it comes down to sometimes, right?
This thing here, back to this, I
Hmm.
had not looked at all of the pictures of this thing before you and I talked about it.
This
And I
did it.
can't believe how much more I like it with all of these rally sport,
Yeah.
just crazy stickers on it than plain. Like it looks like a different vehicle.
Yeah.
I
And
love it.
this was the same day you pissed me off by showing me the M113, and I was talking to Lawrence. So I was like, I fucking ordered more gridiron. And he's like, well, I ordered the Oscar the Locust tonight. I was like, what is that? And he showed me, and he just showed me the oxide red picture. I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. And it wasn't until later I came across the Doom Buggy this picture, and I was like, oh fuck me. Like um I gotta think about this. And it was a long couple of weeks going, all right, I can do this. I'm doing it. that that look is amazing.
Yeah, I love this
Oh,
stickered up. I mean, I like
yeah.
my stickers, but I love this thing. It goes from just being this clean thing to this goes from being something that like the Joes would drive to dreadnoughts, like just like that. Are you
Yeah,
going
and
to
I mean,
get any of the Acid Rain figures though? Are
I
you going to try picking any of those up?
there is one I want for sure. And like I said, I'm not gonna pre-order. Um, sorry, I'll read Punk's comment after, but they've got one that's like Chappie, guys. And I love that movie so much. Chappie is one of my favorite Neil Blomkamp movies. And they've got a chappie for this line, and I want him because he matches the vehicle. I think he's the one that has the Gatling backpack that they've included here as well. And the price isn't unreasonable. It's just it's one of the things I hate about toy collecting is the wait, and then maybe not getting your pre-order in on time, and then it's not available. Right? That's my
Yeah,
concerns. Yeah. What
yeah,
what's this say? I got my glasses now. So Punk says, you're right, toys should be fun. So I eliminated the guy and the company that takes the fun out of it and talks down to people, especially the collector. You're right. Yeah. I mean, the guy you're talking about, I know who you're talking about. It's the guy behind the back, right? He does talk down to people. And I don't like that. But again, I like his product. Um,
yeah.
I'm not going to have a moral dilemma where I shouldn't have one for $30. If I was buying my car from the guy, it might be different. Might be giving him a bit more.
Right, right.
Right.
Um, all
But
right.
yeah,
So
this Doom buggy, I gotta thank Lawrence for pointing it out. And then I gotta give both you guys the middle finger on behalf of my investments.
so let's talk about your other thing that you're looking forward to is
Yeah, there's that.
that you have mentioned a time or two. So this is the M113. Is that correct from the
That's
Gridiron?
right. Yep. And this is the one that, like, when I talked about my friend Jay that I taught with in Wainwright, I wanted him to see this in the Lab 6 sitting the Phalanx there, because these are the vehicles we'd see every friggin' day, right? It's just be like, look, man, they made a cool toy of this, like that's the feel. But I'm buying these two because, like I said, I've been thinking about the channel a little bit, and it's not about. I'm having fun as a hobby, just watching it grow organically, doing the things I'm enjoying doing. And I have way more fun talking about these vaguely familiar military vehicles than anything else, right? The figures are fun, but they have their constraints and limitations for time that you got to do because nobody wants to watch a 45-minute figure video on sci-fi, right? They'll watch
Yeah,
10
right.
minutes. Yeah.
Well,
But
what
if
about like a 24-minute one with a lot of
I don't know
talk
what's the
about?
algorithms say, what is the accepted norm, because I know people have skip rates, right? But I find a vehicle, the vehicle
I'll
one
tell
is
you,
just a little bit more interesting sometimes.
they're just so hard to do. Vehicle reviews are so hard to do.
But they're fun with the photography and doing stuff. And just the thing about it is, like, I look at it as we buy these figures. This is the interactive piece. This is what they're interacting with every time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got some more pictures of this thing. So there. What about what about a 27-minute, 19-second Sci-fi review.
But
I
no,
had to
but the
look to
people
see how
that
long mine was.
so don't take it the wrong way. I do the long reviews too, and I know who I don't expect people to watch even half of those reviews, like in timeline. But it's just the reality is that your subscribers do. They watch it enough that they subscribed, right? That's all that mattered, right? But
That's
I
right.
just enjoy doing the vehicle reviews, and I find what Mark's doing right now is really going to hurt my wallet, like a lot.
This is brilliant. The same way the Phalanx was, like something like this, like a mid-size multi-purpose vehicle that like I just showed. I just went past that picture, but the
Mhm.
ambulance kit, I
Yeah.
love the medic kit, the ambulance kit for this thing. And he's gonna make all kinds of stuff to interchange with it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I got quite jumpy and I was like, quickly, Mark, are you going to be okay if I order this and we get this to Canada? And he was like, yeah, we'll check when we worked it out. And I ordered it, no problems. But then he did the 12 days of gridiron, right? And after I ordered it, like 4 days later, I see the ambulance kit come out and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to tweak my order and all this because I feel like I'm going to like everything he's done. And I
Yeah.
have. I love these things, but it's just right now I'm doing the raw model. One of the
And
things I'll point out on this, because I have the phalanx, is if you go back to a picture of its backside for a second, like just scroll over. These are the add-on gun mounts that you can get, the extra armor, right there. You notice it has the same ramp, but if you look in other photos, this time he made it so that the door also functions on that ramp, right? So there's pictures of
ah,
the ramp closed, but it's got the door open. He couldn't do that with the phalanx, but he's doing it here. There you go, right? Like
yeah,
it's
that's nice.
this is what I liked
I didn't
about it.
even notice that.
Yeah, and
I love this picture here with the snow.
that's a
I love
great
this.
picture. And I think it's a good choice as we're talking about Arctic hisses and snowcats. He's smart. I like his advertising. The way he does his photography is great. But what I liked about most about this was that it was also compatible with the lav turret that I bought, so I can throw that on there like that. But when I saw that back door, it shows me he's constantly striving to improve his designs to get them where he wished they were, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure he wished that back door could have worked in time for the phalanx, but I don't think it did. But it worked in time for this, and that is to me that that's a keys to success. I'll back gridiron on the odd military vehicle without any compulsion about the price,
I think
right?
they've found a very nice niche for making more realistic, real world type vehicles with this stuff. And
Yeah,
guys like you that actually drove things and were stationed and in these every day are gonna
yeah.
eat it up. And
I had one of
and
these in Afghanistan. It was our backup call sign for the sergeant major's crew. It was because our lav went down with a busted hub during a tick, and we had to use one of these for a couple ops. And I actually, the very first vehicle I ever crew commanded was in Afghanistan, taking over one of these to move a EOD droid and its crew from one spot to the next. Right? They were like, "We need a crew commander," and threw me in. So I was like, God damn, I need this vehicle, right? Because honestly, my opinion of this is, well, it's a workhorse. The gunnery system we threw on these things overseas was such a piece of shit. This thing made me nervous every time we were out in it. It's just, it's a asshole puckering vehicle, you
right.
know, for a war zone, but it's cool, man. It is cool.
So I'm what we need to do is petition Mikey Kukovich to get us a custom crusty old crow tank commander figure
God, yeah.
to
I'll
go
pay
with
for it.
this thing.
I
it's
would buy that. That would keep me from
uh,
ordering shit. I'll
it's
pay custom.
it's what we need. And Stanley's saying he's hoping for a cold slither loadout from Gridiron. Stanley, what would be in that?
Oh, actually, yeah, Stanley, put it in the comments, but I'm kind of with you. That's actually a really good
A
spot for him to
microphone.
strike.
Put a
Speakers,
microphone in there.
amps, pedals for the guitars. Yeah, microphone for sure.
Damn
Uh,
microphone. Two turntables and
backdrops.
a microphone.
Yeah, turntables. There you go. Synthesizer, saxophone.
Yeah. So all right. So that was your most anticipated stuff. We will what did I just do with that folder?
Well, as
Okay.
far
It
as
just
those toy lines go, yeah. But
what else do you have?
no,
That was
that's all.
all
I
the
sent you
slides.
photos for it. It's just I'm gonna
Okay.
be listening, and because you and I mentioned other stuff that was coming out in 2026, but
So yeah,
you
so
can talk about it.
I have some slides of stuff I'm looking forward to in 2024, and I this is not paced the way that I thought we were going to pace it, so I got to make sure that I skip one, and away we go. Maybe hold on, I'll figure out what doing here. Sorry guys, I thought I had all these tabs open, but no. So probably the number one thing, yeah, Dave, groupies, yeah, uh,
Yeah, Gridiron Groupies.
repaint a bunch of Rattler Baroness and Retro Cover Girl groupies.
Yeah.
Let's see, 7 toy tubers, 22 weeks. What happens when these collectors stop hunting and start getting real? Toy World Hoboken coming to the now defunct MTV. Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Carlos
in the news.
Salinas checking in here, spending time with family, jumping in to wish everyone Happy New Year. Thank you, Carlos. Enjoy that family time.
Yeah, buddy. All
All
right,
right,
did you get your
so
slide up?
I have my slide on. So looking over my list here, like the number one thing that I gotta be looking forward to this year, you already know, is Baythier, um, Pillar of the West, the dragon from Mythic Legions.
The
So
one that you won?
I did win one,
Wow.
and Purple Elf might have ordered one for as well. Um,
What is that from Wedding Crashers? Two dragons.
um, so this thing, I hope it's still coming in 2026. We don't know. Last I heard, it was still on track for 26, but everything in it is new tooling. So I hope it's still coming in 2026. Originally, they said they wanted to have it out by Legion's Con, which is in November. So hopefully it will hit that mark. Last time I reached out to anybody um, affiliated with the Legions, like the guys, they told me it was still on track. So I hope that means that they're still expecting 2026. Um,
Mhm.
but I am looking forward to this. No idea where this thing is going to go or at all. Like, but it's going to go some damn where. Hopefully by then I'll have another shelf set up for it. But um,
How
so
old is Pretzel?
yeah, Pretzel is about 11. So,
Okay. Might be a waiting
so
game.
right. So 22 inches tall with the stock wings and 31 inches long with the tail curled. So this is your HasLab dragon. I can't wait for this thing. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I feel like comparing it to a HasLab might be clouding the issue a little bit.
Well,
This,
this is the Mythic Legion's version of a HasLab.
I look at this as like a lot. This goes a little bit beyond just like Mythic Legion collectors. This is the kind of stuff that D&D clubs would be interested in. You know, this is a prop for a lot of stores. It's a dragon, dude, and it's huge. Like dragons are more, they're in more franchises than just what we're looking at. You know,
Oh
like
yeah.
Harry Potter fans would like this. You know, like
Um, so I can have Mindbender creating a dragon, and somewhere a Mythic Legion's Cabal head just exploded.
Yeah, there you
Uh,
go. Exactly right.
look, there he is. It's still shorter than a USS flag. It is still shorter than a USS flag. About as
Mhm.
tall. It's at least as tall as the tower, isn't it? We
Tell me
got
that
we
wouldn't
we
that
got
would
to
be one of the
figure out.
coolest scenes.
We've got to figure out a way to get one of these on Punk's USS flag. I know he and Oz have talked about it a bit, so we got to
Oh
find
yeah,
a way
man.
to have this thing attacking a flag.
Yeah,
If I've
and
got
then
to
we just
drive it to Michigan over a long weekend,
I
that
am sorry. It's just we're adult collectors, so we can handle it. But I'm just picturing this thing on the flag, and it becomes like the thumbnail for the American Virgin Society or something. Like,
how not to get girls in 2025.
this might
Uh,
impress your friends, but
I
you're not going
sent
to
you
get
that
an
one.
STD.
I sent you that one meme though, like
Yeah,
oh, I
yeah. The
see you
panty
collect
drop.
toys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my God. But we do. I've got to see pictures of this thing on a flag. So
Mhm.
hope Punk and I or Punk and somebody can work that out. So
Yeah, you'll have to put
other
it in the
things,
passenger seat of your car.
yeah, shit. Do like I did when I got my PlayStation 5, I seat belted it in on the way
Yeah.
home. um and that was in 2020. That was in January of 2021 when I looked up and got my PS5 for some context. So um yes, oh yeah, the Sentinel attacking the flag. You've been off for a few days. You could have done that.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one too. So I got some more. So the Super Musk, the ramen, Dio. I've not ordered this yet just because I haven't had the money to order this yet. It was the Snowcat or this, and I chose Snowcat.
Mhm.
I am hoping to pick this up. I love this thing. I want to use it right here on my table for backdrops for reviews and stuff. It is, I would have to move things around on this table to fit it there, but even if I don't wind up with it, I'm looking forward to seeing what other people can do with it and creativity. We saw this thing in person. It's absolutely huge and it is absolutely amazing. um, Ace used the super one or whatever. It's basically the same thing with a whole other sewer layer on the bottom for his display case.
Mhm.
So that's how damn big it is. It's
Yeah.
48 inches long. It's the length of this table I'm sitting at.
Yeah.
So, but
No,
if I don't get it, I can't wait to see other people that do.
yeah, and I'm with you on this one. I couldn't do this one. I couldn't imagine just paying the duties and shit, the weight on this thing,
Yeah.
right? But it
Well,
looks like it's shit simple assembly, lights and all that stuff on there and things like that. Like anybody who ordered this, I think they made a really good call. Like
yeah. Oh, yeah.
especially if you have a channel. Yeah.
And yeah, and or you do pictures, you
Yeah.
do a lot of pictures.
Yeah.
Um, so I think this will be awesome for anybody that can get it. And I still may just order the street part of it because that's really the main part that I need and want is the street part. And I think one of the upper street parts is like 80 or $90. So
So I just see this as a very tappable market for Ace to keep drawing upon
oh
because
yeah.
he's got all the designs down as far as how it intersects, how it assembles, the materials and all that stuff. And he's got the companies lined up. So if you miss this opportunity for the Musk, I would almost say he'd be crazy not to put out a second type of Musk after. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like
yeah.
a
And
different version of this.
he likes to reissue stuff and change it just a little because he said he'll never reissue something exactly the same way. It's always going to be a slight change to it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
uh, Stu is out. What Stu?
Thanks,
Stu,
dude.
weren't you leaving like an hour and a half ago? I'm glad you stayed for a while. Happy New Year. Bounce and have a great night. Let your 2026 start awesome. 3 cheers for more fun. Thank you,
All
Stu. It's
right. Good night, Stu. Yeah.
always good having you around, man. Stu's an awesome guy. So Musculaire. Next one, got to have the Snowcat, which I put back to back with the Musculaire because it's what I went with over the
Yeah.
Musk. Um, think all that's said about the snowcat, I don't think there's much else to say. We're waiting on it. I'm just happy they finally are doing a HasLab that they put the damn USB-C port in so we can leave it plugged in all the time.
I
So
forgot. Did they do that?
yeah, they're introducing
But
the
they're
new
gonna give you like a
technology.
they'll give you like a 4-inch cable, right?
Yeah, probably. So the one that Ramen actually gives with the racer is a pretty good size cable. But
Yeah.
Hasbro will probably give you like a 1 foot cable. Like
One
nobody's
foot
gonna
cable.
have this
Yeah.
up high.
No. Just that let me rewire my house so the plugs are higher
No,
up on the shelf.
no, nobody's gonna have this up very
I
high.
just hope that, like I said before, they take the decal overlay for the frost off this and they make one for the snow hiss for the made to order as well. So they match each other's environment.
Yeah, think I think they'd make a huge mistake by not doing that, but I
Mm.
can also see them going, well, we tinted it red.
Well, I just don't like being told, well, we looked at the costs.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it cost it out.
That's a great way to take your critics out of the discussion because we don't get to see that, do we?
We
You know,
we costed that out. We
yeah,
didn't
we
get to do
cost
that.
it.
Yes, sorry. Lone Dragon saying, fun fact: the '97 Sentinel is only 7 inches shorter than Lord's. That's a tall Sentinel, though. That's a big. That's Galactus.
I
Yes,
watched
Stanley.
uh I watched a video. Some company put out I think it was for $6,000 or something. It's a 7-foot Sentinel. It's
Oh
just
wow.
it's a statue. It's like one of those movie grade statues. But they had then they're like, or you can buy the add-on feature. And we're like, who needs a goddamn add-on feature for a 7-foot Sentinel? But they made one for Master Mold. And you could tell the guy didn't really know what master mold was because he's like, and then I guess he would build more sentinels. So you'd buy more of these sentinels. And it's like nobody's gonna troop build a $7,000 sentinel, right? And I'm like, he's not even addressing that other companies make smaller sentinels, and that master mold is brilliant for that, right? Like
Yeah,
I bought 397 and I got that built them, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Woody might army build that.
yeah, yeah.
Woody be he's the only one that comes to mind. So
I bought
uh,
less than four.
that's all right.
Yeah.
So next I have yet another entry from Ramen Toy. This one is hopefully on the horizon.
Yes.
Don't know that we will get it. When we'll get it, but he's talked about it recently. He showed us the what on the hood. What is it, Crow?
The Firebird or Thunderbird?
Yeah, but
Firebird.
how's it put on? It's a sticky
The,
thing that sticks.
the decal.
Yeah, there you go. The decal. He's he showed it to us on the racer though, but everybody everybody raged in the comments when he showed that
Yes.
picture of the racer. Like, no.
Yeah.
um,
They were right to do it because Ace is the guy
oh
that
yeah.
listens, right? They're
Yeah.
like, oh,
So
oh no.
oh I don't think he ever intended to actually do this to a ramen racer. I think he just wanted to show what he was working on. But hopefully we'll see this year. We know he's also working on Kit. So if it's between the two, the Bandit is always going to win out for me over Kit. I love them both. Um, and he did
I
mention that he's trying to also acquire licenses to do some Dukes of Hazard figures and something similar to at least Burt Reynolds ish.
I love that Ramen Toys is very tied to the 80s nostalgia, and that's where he's gonna shift his focus on every time. All right. Hi, cat.
Yeah.
Hey you. Good? Good. Show your
Oh,
asshole.
yeah,
Um
we hadn't seen any kitty butthole yet. There it
There's your
is.
parole. All right.
Does a little
But
turn on the catwalk.
yeah, lime. Yeah. So here's the thing: Smoking the Bandit. Yeah, great. We can do some Cannonball Run. That was a huge 80s movie. 70s, 80s, Cannonball Run was massive. The bottom line is just keep pumping out vehicles for this scale, right?
Yeah.
That's what people are gobbling up. But I was on a stream where he was on, like, I think he was one of his streams recently, and I saw it in the comments, and I was like, God, I hope you're paying attention.
Yeah.
The window for doing a police car is closing, right? Like the optimal sales window. People, like, it's not closing, but it's there now. Get in on it, because
Yeah.
everybody bought that damn ESU figure, right?
Yeah.
There is not a good Crown Vic for this scale of figure,
Mm-mm.
or whatever police car you want. And you've already built a ramen racer and a rev van, and a not an A team van. You are putting a challengers out there that need police reception. It's a no-brainer, right?
I
So
think
it's
so
just
too.
do it now,
Well,
do it
need
now.
a police car and an insurgent pickup with swappable things to put in the bed, removable glass. He's already got the windshield armor,
Well,
type.
the reason I brought it up is because I don't know, did you see him reveal the Wolverine yet?
Yes,
Yeah. Is that on the slide at all?
it is not because I forgot
Okay.
it.
So Ramen gave images of this glorious new tank, right? We just had the Hunter. I love it. You love it 3 times more than I do, or twice more. Uh, by the attachments, but now we're getting a brand new tank, and I was like, really, was this the window you wanted to jump through, was to follow up your tank with another tank when there's these other things? So it's not me criticizing Ace. I'm just like going, man, I kind of wish you were doing these things instead.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think it's personally, I think it's a little soon to reveal another tank, but who knows how long it's going to be before that actually comes to fruition, right?
Yeah.
Like it takes a long time to get stuff when he does stuff, as we know. So,
Mhm.
and it changes. That's one thing I like about Ramen Toy is along the way in production and design, he will take feedback and change things around a bit.
Oh, I agree.
So,
Yeah.
um,
See,
so
he's a different type of CEO that, I talked about the one that, some people don't like because of his way of managing his company. Ramen goes about it differently, right? I
yeah,
like that. It's
yeah,
receptive.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah.
listens.
Mm.
Lone Dragon saying, I got the figures toy company beat cop and state trooper figures. All they needs neck articulation and a swappable hat. You can troop build and make a variety of cops. They look pretty. They look good. They're just a little cartoony, but they look
Mm.
good. I do like
Mm.
them.
Mm.
Pop Blender saying, Happy New Year, you filthy animals. Oh, wait, I don't think that's right.
What's he doing right now besides
I don't
sitting in the
know.
chat?
I have
Wh-
no idea.
Okay, you just
I
stay in the
have,
chat then.
I have no idea. I sent him an email.
It's all good. See this Firebird? Could be you, Pop.
It could be.
Well,
He used to have one, not like this. He had a later model one, or was it a
yeah.
Camaro? I think it was a Camaro. Anyway, I got a couple more of these. Let's blow through them.
Yeah, let's see.
Zanya, waiting on
Yeah.
Zanya. She's been name only revealed. This was out of my 3 most anticipated figures. I guess 4. Uh, Battle Armor Cobra Commander, Monkey Wrench, Zanya, and Billy. So we're getting Zanya. Of course, she's from Image Comics. So they hadn't dipped into Marvel. So maybe we'll get Billy, but we'll see, hopefully. But I can't wait for Zanya.
Yeah. No, it's I we have one dreadnought female, and that style of character demands more, right? Like,
Yeah.
you can only have so many really cool looking Rough Rider dudes before you start ignoring the presence of chicks, right? So Zanya
Right.
definitely gonna have a place. Heart Wrencher's name has come up a few times. I think those are easy sells.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah, I think the
Yep.
masses like that. So
So next, there we go. The black. We talked
yep,
about them a little bit earlier. They are 100% on my list. I like everything that they've shown about them so far, especially the black Zolocon exclusive figure with the tentacle heads. I gotta get a hold of
the
somebody
one
that's
in
going to be at
100 chase
Zolocon.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta get a hold of somebody that's going to Zolocon because I need that some bitch. But I'm really excited for this line. I don't collect a lot of Vala stuff. I've got a few. I like the figures, but I'm a sucker for pirate stuff.
Hmm.
And when you mix together old school classic pirate lore and modern like military stuff, like it's
Hmm.
like peanut butter and jelly for me.
So I watched the reveal video when he showed this, and I didn't watch the show Black Sails, but that's where he drew a lot of inspiration from this line on. And in
Mhm.
fact, this guy, I can't remember the captain's name, but his second in command was directly inspired by one of the core characters of that show. So much that
Vane.
when he Vane, and so the guy who played Vane actually narrated the introduction video for this toy line, and I thought that's that's using your connections well, and I liked it. It didn't make me go, "Well, I gotta like this video because you got celebrities involved," right? The
Right.
figures look really cool, and I like the lore.
Yeah.
The
Right.
seeing the guy with all the the sailor pins stuck into his chest,
Yeah.
yes, those are usually driven into the caskets. That's a cool chest rig. Good
Yeah.
call. You know,
Yeah, I like it. I like everything I've seen about it so far. So I am
yeah.
waiting. I think March or April, early spring. I think he said. So
Yeah.
uh,
And it's
looking
the
forward to
characters
these.
are named. He did address it, right? It's that what do they call it? It's the same market as you would consider happy birthday songs, open market or free
Oh, yeah,
market.
fair use, fair
Fair
use.
use, right? Like Night of the Living Dead was fair use forever, right? Um, yeah, okay. You can read it. But I got I gotta disagree, right? Like it's enough that it got our attention, and I'm not alone in this. It's a fairly cool looking line. I'm not big on the troop builders from Vala, but these ones have their own interests. But these two core characters, and then
Yeah,
that other one, the Black
the black. Yeah,
himself. I know the Black himself is. I'm pretty sure it's just the reuse of this buck that he's using for the captain, right? But
yeah,
Monster Force did that too, right? So
yeah.
who cares, right?
Um,
Yeah.
and Billy Butch saying Black Sails was an amazing show. Too bad they didn't make figures. I didn't finish it. I did watch it. I liked it. I don't know why I never finished it. I think maybe like whatever service I had that I had stars, I
Mhm.
lost. I never finished it. I dug Black Sails as much as I liked Shogun.
Sure.
I thought it
I
was
just didn't like
really
reading
good.
Shogun. I'm tired of
That was
subtitles.
that was the worst part.
Yeah.
I went back up. I had this comment from Stanley. Start. I'll help Cannonball run the dragon from Oz the Punk. I thought that was funny.
That was good.
Uh,
That was good. Do you have another slide for this or
not for the black, but
okay.
also Stanley Goonies fan. Which company would you like to make Goonies? Jada Toys.
Yeah, Jada would come to mind. Actually, don't leave the black for a second. I want to get your thoughts on something else because
All right.
like I know where Punk's coming from and I see it. I don't disagree with some of it, right? But what why are we so drawn to this versus how we were reacting? Well, I put this in the same vein as the second wave of Operation Monster Force, right? What
Yeah.
really pulls me in on this is not just the Navy approach and the dark and gritty characters. It's a small figure wave and it's a small fiscal ask. That's kind of what tips me in the balance of going, yeah, I don't mind checking this out. I'm like you. I have Valaverse figs, but I don't consider myself an Action Force collector at all.
Right.
I've got like maybe five, six, seven of them, right? They're great. They have their place on my shelf, but I didn't buy the Vanguard, even though I was set up to, I didn't. And that ship has sailed. Ooh, I didn't mean to say that, but here we are talking about the black now, right? It's a
Here
small
we are.
ask to check out this line and go, yeah, and I like the lore.
Yeah, I do too. I'm interested to see where
Mm,
they go with it. We do have another guest that has joined us. I want to get through. I got two things real quick, and I will bring our guest on
sure.
because we're going to talk about what sucked about
I'll
2025.
take a break when he comes on just to use the head there, but yeah,
All right.
this is another
Um,
2025.
This is yeah. So things I'm looking forward to 2026. GI Joe Energon universe. I can't wait to see where it goes. I'm enjoying it so far. I think they need to pick the pace up a little bit with it, but I am enjoying it. We're in the middle of the Dreadnought War. I picked up mentioned that I picked up issue 16 today. Hadn't read it yet. This one's from a couple weeks ago, so I'm enjoying the Energon universe. Um, so that's one thing I'm looking forward to in 2026.
Mhm.
And don't want to go too far on my slides. So, and then
Cool.
we got Fring Viper. We just talked about Fring Viper. That is one other thing I can't wait to see what people do. And then we got Joe Fest in June.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
so those are what I'm looking forward to in 2026.
I would just say the only thing lobbing softballs for me. Yeah, no, and that's fine. It's just toys, man. Like it's fine. It doesn't bother me if someone doesn't like the same line I do. And honestly, I get where your perspective is coming from, and I don't disagree of why you have it. I was just
Oh
sharing.
yeah,
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 like
you,
I mean,
yeah, you definitely have your reasons. So
yeah,
it's
yeah, I am not invalidating where you stand by standing where I'm standing on it. That's all, right? It's to
that's
me,
right.
I'm kicking it in its place. But with going back to the G.I. Joe comic for a second, I'm with you on, I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm with you on, I kind of wish they would move some stuff along a little faster. What I worry about is because as a comic collector, I've seen it whenever it's going to happen. When the team changes, not the G.I. Joe team, but the creative team. And suddenly the art style changes. Sometimes they'll do it for the better, and that's what I'm always hoping for. And sometimes they'll put it to an artist that just changes the comic completely, and I lose interest. And I'm so
Yeah,
fearful of that happening right now because it's the art in this comic is just enough to keep me interested. I wouldn't say it's the best comic art I've ever seen, but it's just enough right now. I keep hoping that they'll put like a classic artist on there, like something, some legend on there.
yeah.
But, you know, that's all.
All right. All right. Well, I will were you gonna did you need to go take a
Yeah.
break real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I will let you do that and we will bring our guest on for our last segment. But before we do, let's talk about some pork chop sandwiches.
You're not cooking. Yeah, dude.
Pork chop sandwiches. Oh shit! Get the fuck out of here! What are you doing? Go! Get the fuck out of here, you stupid idiot! Fuck, we're all dead! Get the fuck out! My God, did that smell good?
Detect it. There's no going, and you tell me do things. I done running.
G.I. Joe!
Never gets old, does it, Pop Blender? Oh, love it. Oh, what's going on tonight, cuz? How you doing on
Man,
this New Year's Eve?
I am fantastic. You guys were just talking about it. So before I went to work today, I had to go by and pick up issues number 16, 323, and the sound wave out of
They were out of
Transformers.
that
Yeah,
one.
number
They were out of the sound
27.
wave.
Yeah, I couldn't help myself, man, because I love this. You had messaged me a bit ago and whatever, and I was like, man, I don't want to jump on you guys' stream because y'all are going through your topics, right? And it's kind of like I don't want to just jump in and instead I'm having fun listening to y'all go through accessories and whatever else. And then you jumped into the comics, and I was like, oh yeah.
Can I
Give me
show you,
one
Brandon?
second.
Brandon, you're
No,
going to be with me on this. Want to know how to really piss off a comic nerd? Watch.
fire
Ready?
away.
Watch. Tell me when you see me get triggered. 16, 15, 14, 13. Did you see the part where I got triggered?
I maybe I caught it. I'm not sure.
You take
Um,
me off now.
I'm
I
guessing
think
that
that
it
happened to
wasn't.
Pop with Transformers.
It
Yeah.
did, and I'm guessing it wasn't available for you.
No, yeah,
Um,
they've ordered it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's and
Uh,
and you look. I will say this: the variant cover thing has really gotten just completely out of control in the last several years, many years actually. And
oh
Matthew
God.
will definitely back me up on this because we talk about it sometimes. Look, I love, especially now, getting into the comics again because it was so long, many years, 30 years, or however long, before really wanting to collect comics again. And then when, Hammer came out with the new run, but then the Energon universe and with Transformers. Let me ask you, Crow, did you start collecting the Void Rivals? Did you jump
No,
into that one?
no, it's not like I wasn't tempted, but by the time I figured out its relevance, it was so far into its story arc that I would have paid a small fortune to go back and start collecting it.
Uh-huh.
Right? I am not a guy that starts a series at the fifth printing.
Well,
Right?
I
That's
am not
yeah.
either. I'm with you on that.
But the trade
And
paperback I'll probably buy that covers the first few issues. Sure.
well,
I'll pick one of those up.
it's fun to be able to go back and at least get the whole thing right with the trade paperback and everything. And yeah, variants have been a problem since the 90s for those that collect
Oh,
comics, and some people are really into
absolutely.
them. Some
Yeah.
people love it. They will spend the money on it like we do on figures. I can't hate anybody that enjoys getting all those different covers, but I've
Oh,
never
I'll
been that
Me.
kind of person.
I'll show you a prime example. You'll like this, Pop. I started using old comics that I had as a kid. I went back and buy them from the comic shops now. Now I don't have a problem paying $10 for a back issue from the 80s, right? Talk about when they got into variants. With variants came polybagging. If you guys remember this
Oh
comic,
yeah,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
yep.
I went out and I paid $10 and I got it in the poly bag. It had the sunspot card and everything like that. I was all proud. When I went to go hang it on the wall, I realized it's got that gaudy print that says free card inside and all this, right? And I remember I had to go pay $4 to get one out of the bag just so I could display it, right?
Yeah.
Son of a. Oh my God.
It's. I mean, I love them. I still. What is fun is that this many years later, having not bought comics for a long time, is that it is fun to kind of rediscover that excitement of, yeah, you gotta wait a month,
Hmm.
you gotta wait your time. Now, as a kid, it's one of those things where looking back, you don't remember having to do that. Or maybe when you came into a comic and you picked up issue 3, 4, 5, 7, whatever you could do to piece it all together. It's not that same feeling, but man, there's some. It's like a newspaper, right? It's like a just the feeling of opening it up and flipping through the pages, and it's physical. You have it in your hands, man, and I just love that. I really do.
Yeah, I get what you're
Mhm.
saying. Like that for me, when I was collecting comics, I collected it for like 30 years. I didn't stop until my son was born, really. And
Okay.
then I said, okay, I'm not gonna buy comics now. And I get what you're saying. Having to wait a whole month for the story to continue. That was actually a nicety because you were collecting multiple titles at a time. And what really was taking off in the 80s, 90s, and on were these multi crossover events that would force you to go buy other titles. And because these companies wanted you to just buy more and more of their shit, right? And I got tired of that after a while. Now, like you as an adult collector, maybe I'm just buying G.I. Joe comics. Maybe I am waiting one whole month before I finish a story because it's the only story I'm
Yeah.
listening to right now.
Yeah. No, I
That's kind of
I, I
what
get
I'm
it.
doing.
And I like that. If you want to take your time and then not read that one until it's about that time for the next one to come out. And look, life happens, right? There's been times I've gone to get my pull list, and Matthew says I've never had a pull list. Well, I do
Never not.
now,
Yeah.
but the reason why I do now is because I have to. Because if I don't, I won't remember to go by the comic
Hmm.
shop and look, and then again, like you said, it'll be that fourth, it'd be that fourth printing, right? I
Yeah.
want it when it comes out, and But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I'm really enjoying the Dreadnought War. That's been fun too, and the Transformers comic, I think, has definitely picked up some steam. For those that haven't read it, there's kind of a spoiler about another entity that has now come into the picture, and for Hasbro, right, that's a cool thing to bring into the Energon universe.
Well, was that number 26 or 25?
I think it was 25.
So
Yeah.
that is where Robert Kirkman has taken over
Mm-hmm.
Transformers,
Yeah.
right? And I know who you're talking about, which villain you're talking about. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's been kind of what's made a lot of, like, made me want to get, okay, what's going on in Void Rivals?
Yeah.
Why we got that free comic day Energon Universe special, right? Because of these little possibilities of what Hasbro is telling you. Because Hasbro is speaking to you through some of these comics
Oh,
sometimes.
I mean, dude, we all know it, right? 3 Star,
Yeah.
you know this. This is how they sell their products, right?
Yeah.
This is
It's
whether
just
it
with
was
these
the
comics instead of cartoons now.
okay, and they know, and it's like a comment I put earlier. It's like they got us by the balls. They know that, they know it. We're
You
we're nostalgia nerds. We can't
It's
help ourselves.
it's not the new strategy. It's the old strategy. They did
Yeah,
this in the
right.
80s,
Yeah,
guys.
and we were
you
children. Yeah, they know what
Yeah.
they're doing. Come on, man.
Mhm.
It is what it is.
well, we've got 3 minutes to midnight for the
Oh
East Coast,
shoot.
so
Oh,
I
good.
can get I can go past that, but I got to be off of here
Yeah.
by 11:30 or so my time. So let's go ahead and talk about our stuff that we thought sucked in 2025,
Yeah.
and we will count down the midnight. I've got it pulled up. So let's see. Let me go ahead and find our banner for what sucked in 2025. And I've got yours queued up, Crow, if you want
Okay.
to go
I
ahead
was
and
just
I'll
lining
pull.
up my cat's asshole was getting ready for you guys again. So I just have
Oh,
to keep
man. Can't wait.
going.
Can we get the Licky Baldy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we cannot. I do not have
Wait.
access to.
You don't have the
Licensing
copyright.
issues.
Trademark.
Yeah.
I get it.
All right. So, Crow, you had said waiting.
Yeah. Waiting, and then there was the backslash, but we'll talk about the waiting. Waiting on everything sucked, right? Like figure waves that or individual figures that have a wave. Remember everybody waiting for dial tone, right?
Yeah.
Just waiting in general. Because with the waiting comes all the speculation as to why you're waiting, which leads to flip to the other one. Which other slide I put with this? To the drama, right? Because when you start speculating, you get that. So that's what I found sucked the most about 25. I had a bunch of stuff about the drama, but I'll wait till later. Anyways, that was that one.
All right. Let me know when you are ready for your next slide, and I
Oh,
will
yeah, we can keep going.
advance them.
Advance.
All right. So, our next one.
My Toronto Maple Leafs have absolutely sucked this year. You guys don't think I talk enough about hockey on here? It's true. I don't, because this year I don't want to talk about it. Next slide. Everything about these two has sucked
Oh,
this year.
thank you. Thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
you're half the reason, Pop.
Yeah, right.
The other side of this is I remember a time where I was excited to see any picture of Ariana Grande, and now I'm fearful of it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And I don't know what Pete Davidson did to her, but well played, sir. Whatever you did, it had its effect.
He ruined her.
I think
He
it's called
ruined her.
fentanyl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ozempic.
Ozempic. That's it.
Smoking Ozempic.
So that was we can move on. Those two go hand in hand. Okay, before this, I wanted to add in, because I didn't include a slide. My car fucking sucked in
Oh,
2025. I fucking paid $3,000 in suspension repairs because of the construction in my area. And yesterday morning, I went to go roll down my window so I could have a smoke. And my window rolled down twice as fast as it normally does. and it threatened not to roll back up. So it's going back to the goddamn shop. But now you can go to that slide. And I would say that over 50% of Marvel
Happy New
figures.
Year
Oh,
on
Happy
the
New
East
Year. I'm
Hey.
Coast.
going out
I
ranting.
was trying to have that up before, so we just
Happy
hit New Year's.
freaking New
I'm not
Year,
done
you
bitching about
Canadians.
2025.
I'd
I
much
was
rather
trying to
hear
get-
you do that than count
was
down the
trying
New
to-
Year.
I was trying to
Yeah.
get it swapped around. So
That's
Happy
all
New
right.
Year,
So
East
remember,
Coasters.
remember last year we had that slide up of the
Yeah.
Marvel Build-A-Figs.
I remember that. I do
Yeah, that's where
remember
my
that
rant left
slide.
off. What?
You know what? We'll start the year off fresh with that slide.
Last year on Backyard Battlefield. This year on Backyard Battlefield.
I love
There
those.
you go.
Yeah. What'd you guys say, Paul?
Yeah, there we go. No,
Your
go
car,
right
now
ahead.
we're on
It's the
Build-A-Fig.
floor is yours, sir.
So 2025 showed me that Marvel Build-A-Figs suck. Like they really fucking suck. And I'm trying to be respectful about it, but it's an obvious way to sit there and say you're gonna like 3 out of 5 figures, but you're gonna want the magic figure and give us your money, right? They had one really good Build-A-Fig this year because it followed a theme of an era in the comics that was X-Men related. That's why, right? How many people actually cared about this particular Build-A-Fig, which you can advance the slides as we go. It's all one blur, which is what is this? Exterminator, Terminator, friggin'
Executioner.
Executioner. Thank you. The one that Carl Urban played in Thor movies that nobody cared about. Scourge? No, wait, I've got a different character. Either way, you have to be a big Asgard fan for wanting this, right? How is Asgard linked to Werewolf by Night, Ghost Rider, Wolverine, World War II? I'll never know. Right? That's it. That is the Marvel Build-A-Figs are starting to really. And the other part. Go to the Guido slide. This is the other reason why Build-A-Figs suck. Okay, so there's your Guido Build-A-Fig. Your strong guy, right? Change the slide and you'll see why they suck. Because you're just going to get a regular edition fig down the line, right? So why would people subject themselves to buying 5 to 6 figures and not just wait another year and see if it comes out this way?
Yeah. Yep.
Is the Guido slide something like the Cha Cha slide? Is that
That's
anywhere
his real
in the
name.
same?
No. Sorry, Strong Guy's real name is Guido Carousel. That's why I said the Guido slide.
All right.
Left foot
Next
this
one.
time.
Yeah. Left foot, one hop. Then we get this one.
And then that one, yeah. See, that one was tied to a good theme, and the Build-A-Figure made sense. It was all that Marvel Knights, Ghost Rider-esque, supernatural stuff. It all kind of fit in and made sense. That was a good Build-A-Fig wave. Same with the Holocaust one. But lately, they're not. It's like this last one, I was like, they're not strong characters, and the Build-A-Fig isn't even strong. And then we're starting to see more and more. You're taking this product and just making it easier to get and cheaper to get later. I'll wait. Thanks.
That's right.
It
I'm
seems-
not a big Build-A-Fig fan anyway, so
I understand the premise of it, and for some, that's the holy grail at the end of the line or wave, so to speak. But yeah, I've never been a huge fan of it, depending on what the Build-A-Figure really is, right? I mean, it could be something really cool, and then there's times I've seen it where it just doesn't seem like it's actually worth spending the money and going out and finding the stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Matthew nailed that one, the Khonshu one, which was
Khonshu.
reliant on most of the Disney
Oh
property,
wow!
right,
Yeah.
to build that guy.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I agree with you though, Papa. And it's another side of it is there's all different types of comics out there and all different types of collectors within the Marvel universe. So, different figures are going to appeal to different people. But in the toy market right now, when we're watching the cost increase and we're seeing tariffs have certain effects on things, and the price is always questionable where it's going now, and people are more scrutinous about where their dollar is going. They actually took a step down in their quality by kind of piecemealing a wave together to give lackluster figures and a lackluster builder figure in a time where you really want it to be more tightly tied together to part us with our money, right? This
Right.
is collecting for the sake of collecting sometimes.
I mean, I think ultimately the consumer will tell them exactly what it is they want. And
Mhm.
as much as we talk about the companies and everything, at the end of the day, the consumer is the one who will make the decisions for them.
Yeah.
And whether they catch on quick enough or not, that's up to them. But
Yeah.
the collector, the consumer will always dictate what it is they actually want. And so yeah, it ties directly into what you're saying.
So and Ollie's and Ross are a perfect example of them misreading the consumers what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got your nemesis here.
Yeah. See, all the X-Men logos on those boxes that tie that whole theme together. And look at that. Your Build-A-Figure is a major X-Men villain from the Age of Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it worked. All those figures had a place on someone's shelf.
And then you got this guy. Hey, this is a good looking figure.
Yeah. He was an okay character. He wasn't like epic, but he looked
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah, I
a
had no
really
idea
good
who he
figure.
was. I just
And
think he
and
looked cool.
really, if you took away the see-through helmet, it could be Samus from Metroid,
Oh, I guess, eh? Yeah.
right?
I always said he looked like Spooky Space Kook from Scooby Doo.
or that.
Yeah. Either way, I like that skull because you could still access the jaw, change his facial
Oh,
expressions and
sure,
everything.
that's
Like put
cool.
the helmet back on. That was cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah. We can keep passing through slides. I don't think I had many slides left after that because
Oh,
it was oh yeah.
this.
It's
Yeah.
terrible Tron.
I mean,
So
come on.
yep. I'm gonna say it. Outside of our G.I. Joe offerings, and even then, HasLab really fucking phoned it in this year.
Yeah, pretty much everything, I think.
They put gambles on things that I don't know. Again, love to sit in the boardroom. This guy looked more bored with the product than anybody,
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
right? Like
guys like,
that is doctor's office facial expression. I'm waiting for
yeah,
something better to show up.
this guy's waiting on test results.
I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like did who actually believed in Tron
Disney.
as a viable?
Yeah,
I mean, it does it have its fans? Yes, it does. I know Matthew Matson is one of them, right? But at the end of the day, I just don't know that it's enough to carry and make people want to go all in on something like that for the price.
Yeah. And go back to the Tron slide for a second, because I'm with you, and I understand where Matthew is on the Tron dedication. Like any of the Tron slides for a sec. I cannot believe Disney made this mistake and pressured Hasbro to just compound this failure. Okay, Tron, I was around when Tron was new. I remember the movie and I
Mhm.
remember its impact. Do you want to know where the best toys of Tron were represented? Free in cereal boxes. That is how you played with Tron in an arcade, and you paid 25 cents because Tron was about video game. And that was it. There was no huge toy impact. Kids weren't collecting this.
At
So
a
Yeah.
time,
yeah,
when parents were having to buy figures for their kids because that was prime time out of Star Wars and moving into the next phase that we all know, especially for GI Joe and stuff.
and that was also at a time when Disney wasn't going to say, hey, you know what? We can dominate the toy market right now. They had Star Wars and G.I. Joe on the shelves, right? And Tron, I think actually Tron was probably before G.I. Joe, right? But
Yeah, just a little bit,
Oh
just a
yeah,
little bit.
yeah, but either way, it wasn't that wasn't the ambition, right? So why all these years later do you look back and say that the nostalgia would be strong enough to make these kind of toys in the way that you made them at the price points you're asking for? I'm like looking at that boardroom going, were you even there? You weren't. You
It's the
clearly weren't.
tie-in. It's the tie-in,
and
right? They knew they
and
had the
this
movie
one,
coming out.
this one too.
This one, because
We
I
gotta
gave you the
zoom along.
slide. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a slide on here that shows exactly why this is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
Is
And
it
I
any
think it funded.
wonder? Is it any wonder why they went to the prequel trilogy? Is it any wonder why they
Yeah. I mean,
went
they're not going to
anywhere
go to the new
other than
ones.
yeah, exactly right? Is
So,
it any wonder why they went backwards, or at least further backwards, than trying to make a Reva lightsaber or a Ray
Mm.
Millennium Falcon, right? I bypassed the compressor. You know what?
which, which, which two do you want me to park on just a sec, or which one? This one or
That one. Yeah, the one that
this one?
shows like it's not
This
even a
one?
new concept. They've literally increased its size, right? And so they dangle
Okay.
this in front of people like it's something they should get excited about. And
Yeah,
the exact opposite happened. It made them go, well, why would I want this? Right? If it's already been out like this, right? Um, I personally, I think the Lot's a cool ship. If it hadn't have been done before in some other way, even close to this, I'd say it was a great HasLab. But all I heard back on this was just how lackluster this whole thing was. I don't know. Am I wrong on this? Did people get excited about it and I missed it?
I mean, I
Oh,
just, I could, I mean, as many versions of this as that people have had and had the chance to get over the years, to make this a HasLab, I think is a huge misstep,
yeah.
especially when it's really not a premier character in particular, right?
Mhm.
It is a trooper character or character vehicle, so to speak. If you did something like a Jedi Starfighter, maybe, something that was uh, more directed at a specific main character, but having clone troopers and the LAAT, I just don't see where people are just clamoring for this. That just feels like it's the sail barge makes sense, right?
Well, and that
This
was
doesn't make sense to me.
yeah, and I remember that was the tier unlocks for this, were all these anonymous Jedis who were part of that big battle, and what was it? Not, but wasn't Geonosis?
Geonosis,
Was it Geonosis? Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And they
Geonosis,
all, get surrounded in the arena. It's a big Jedi moment, and you're like, I recognize that one. I d These guys were barely even recognizable as Jedis, and they were using them as tier unlock incentives.
yeah.
And I don't know. It was just like, yeah, it just seemed to me like the Star Wars thing is just Hasbro's forced to put a lot of money into Star Wars product because it's Disney, right? And
Sure.
Disney keeps betting on itself and losing. And Hasbro is the one that keeps paying for that, right? Because they're like it's their fans on the line getting more and more frustrated and walking away to other companies, right?
I don't think that the spirit and the intentions of the teams that are in charge, I'm not questioning that per se, but I am questioning the company as a whole. I guess at this moment, it's. You ever heard the term "read the room"?
Yeah.
You ever the phrase "read the room"? Read the room, Hasbro. Like read the room. Like just look at look at current pop culture. Do your parrot analytics. Look up what people are saying, right, and read the room. And this is not reading the room.
No, and honestly, I think that if Disney wasn't failing the Star Wars franchise the way that it were, these would be more exciting kits. They do more to get you excited about it as a series. But right now, that whole topic is falling so flat that yeah, I can rip apart a cool spaceship because it's not cool enough, bro. You know, I wouldn't have done that in '80s. The
You.
Yeah,
'80s.
right.
Oh, so to Gasland's mechanic saying Happy New Year.
Hey,
All
Hey, Happy
right.
New Year. Happy 2026, everybody.
All right. Let's run through the rest of these and stuff that sucked this year was
Last year.
I last year. That's right. This year, nothing sucked yet.
I love the
Nothing.
So,
I love the name of it. I love that. I love it.
and it keeps disappearing. It keeps setting this auto timer shit. I hate this automatic timer that it sets on banners. So bring it back up. What sucked in 2025? All right, Crow. Let's go.
Yeah. I was joking with you when we talked about it. I just said USA, USA. Right?
He wanted to
A
put the
lot of
USA on this list.
yeah. So, but no, it's not. I mean, come on, guys. I'm not gonna be that guy. It's just that a lot of economic decisions that have been made south of the border have had impacts on a broader scope that I think a few of us were prepared for, especially on my side of the border. And tariffs is the one that just all year I was sick of hearing about it because I was sick of worrying about it. You know what I mean? That I think that word itself sucked so hard in 2025.
I agree. I agree. And on my list, I have tariffs and I have prices going up. So it
Yeah.
ties into something on my list as well. Prices went up. They say tariffs go away. They're not coming back down. So, um,
Here, I'm gonna give you guys the
No,
cameras.
I think
all
some
right.
companies used it though as an excuse for them to raise their
Oh,
prices and then
yeah,
maintain them, right?
I
Like they didn't
definitely think
have
they did.
to,
No,
but they, yeah,
I disagree, Pop. I think they had to because nobody could give them a straight answer of what that fiscal year was going to look like. So they braced for it and they shot high. I'm going to charge you $40 on what ended up being $24 in reality because I'm protecting my business.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
No, and I get it. I know what you're saying. I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying.
yeah.
I just
I don't
I'm
like it
not
as a
sure.
consumer.
I'm not sure that the overall that the I guess overall conversation about it I think was very hot and heavy in the beginning, and
Hmm.
then I think that ultimately at the end of the day that it really kind of died down, and then as cooler heads prevailed, it was more about getting countries to the bargaining table, and and then we saw a lot of those things come down, a lot of those prices come down, a lot of those tariffs come way down, and then but then the companies decided, hey, we're going to maintain these prices. I think we know of a couple, right? We know of a couple that did actually bring their prices down, if I'm not mistaken. I can't
Well,
remember
we
who
were
they
just
were.
talking about one, right? Like Oliver's, that's their big
Yeah.
thing about the
Okay. Okay.
black
Yep.
is
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
we're gonna do
Right.
that, right?
Right. Yep.
But they're
yeah.
not going to be the only ones.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
I don't think so.
I think
Uh,
you know. Go ahead, there, Diaz.
I was going to read Matthew's comment. Hasbro's price increases are due to corporate greed and expense of moving the headquarters to the more expensive town with higher taxes, higher rent, no real benefit. I can't really argue with that. I
Well,
feel like that
hang.
as well.
I had a
Yeah.
question about that. When they moved to Boston, right? Does Boston Harbor and its trade and shipping importance have anything to do with that headquarter move?
No, I mean, nothing's being produced there.
No, but I mean, is it transiting out or coming in, or it would have no advantage to it, right? But yeah,
No, I don't think
Hasbro had to
so.
pay for that move. That's a
Yeah.
big move.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh, what about shilling, Crow? Shilling
Oh
sucked
no,
in
so this was
2025.
about the dramas of the year, which is the biggest fucking bullshit of 2025 almost, right? So
Hmm.
Shillgate, right? Can somebody read that definition, please?
Oh, let's see. Shill is someone purposely promoting a coin or project for their own benefit. They usually hold the asset they are shilling.
We are all shills. We
Yeah.
hold up a figure because we want our channel to get a like or a view or a comment. I'm just saying, this word, we're in toys, guys. I'm gonna turn my camera on. We make videos about goddamn toys, and we had to create an N word for our culture. Really? Honestly,
The S word.
the way this word has been treated has been utterly ridiculous. It's like trying to add classism in the like a giant tiger. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just not
Yeah.
working. Like, I don't give a crap about this word. It's funny, but the amount of people that it affected just when one person dropped it, it's just ridiculous. So, chill
Yeah.
is one of the worst things of 2025 just because I'm sick of hearing that word.
I cannot agree more. It's kind of been plastered everywhere. So
Hey, I
next,
know a few that do it in the movie TV business, right? They get goodie bags and free goods. They
Mm-hmm.
get codes to shows first that they can watch the first 4 episodes out of an 8 episode season, and then they go online and they do, they have channels and they talk about how great those shows are, and man, it's the best thing. And Stranger Things season 5 part 2 is the best thing they've ever done, and it's because they've gotten free stuff and free access, and a lot of people hate giving up that free access, right? It's like,
Yeah.
but
But
that's the true meaning of a shill for me.
right. But if I go, hey, Pop, I think you're a bag lick. Are you gonna go off the handle? Are you gonna go, I gotta make a video? Like,
No,
hey,
I don't
Pop, I
even.
think you're
I
a bit of a
mean,
bag lick.
oh no, you have to have
No.
fun with that stuff, but I don't think it requires you sitting there going off the handle and
Right.
like making a video about it, right? Like
I,
it's yeah. No, I'm
I
with you
just,
there.
yeah. I know Punk really liked this conspiracy of 2025,
Rig Gate.
Riggate. This great opportunity to give people things rather than just mail it to them. You've got to stage an entire event.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was one of the most goofy for me. Just even on the peripheral, like it's like
That
what
was it.
what?
what if someone calls my mama a whore? Is she?
It's Yeah, is she? And you said it, it's the peripheral of this, right? It was like,
Yeah,
come on, man. Everybody was celebrating doing a great charity stream event and things like this. This was like the aftermath of more charitable donations from other people being disseminated. And somebody
Yep,
had to put that out there, right?
had to.
And of course, 9 out of 10 Tonys would agree that the suspicion level was accurate.
Right, right. So we got Rig Gate. Then what about some Law and Order?
We got a big
bum,
episode of Law and Order. Do
bum.
you guys like that show?
I loved it
It's okay.
back when it
Hadn't
first
watched it.
started, man. I absolutely used to watch the crap out of that show because it was delineated between the first part and the second part, the cops and the lawyers. And I
Sure.
love that premise and enjoyed it for many years and used to watch. I mean, I used to watch it all the time, especially just reruns on TNT or whatever it come on. I love that show.
What about you,
Yep.
Darren? Same?
I used to watch it. I hadn't watched it in a long time.
Yeah. I think there was a time where I watched some daytime television in a stint for maybe a month straight. Law and Order was on that list. And while I really was into it at the time, asked me to name an episode where something relevant happened. And I'd
Yeah.
just be like, man, it was just one long court case. That's all I remember, right?
Sure.
There was sweat and suits. That was it. That's all we're gonna remember of the Valadrama when this all comes out. What went down with this slap suit or whatever you want to call this, right? And
Oh
it's
yeah.
all of that. It's gonna be the same haze. And it almost
Yeah.
didn't make my list of dramas this year, except that it was goddamn educational to watch just the chess pieces get maneuvered where they did, right? And
Dismantle
it's
them.
yeah, and it's some guys with their companies and with their channels are playing chess while others are playing checkers, and that doesn't become more relevant until the next one.
All right. Well, and the next one we need to get to is
This clown.
fuck this guy.
Seriously, I'm at that point. Do you guys have anything to say about this guy?
I do, but I'm running out of time on the
Yeah,
stream, so I will
and that's
say,
what I'm trying to respect.
dude is he's the epitome of a hypocrite, and does all the things that he accuses people of. There's got to be, if there's a world championship for gaslighting, this fucking dude holds the title every year. I wish he would go away. I wish he would quit getting drug into things. Just put this dude in a corner of your mind and lock it up and throw it in the ocean, which is where he and his channel belong.
I'll say this: I really don't care. I really don't care. I don't watch his shit. I have never watched his shit. I've never cared about it. Um, I do think it's slickly produced. I think the guy has skills that make this for a lot of normies an easy watch. I think the guy knows what he's doing when it comes to putting out content. So I'll give the guy props for that. I do think that all the things we all know that he's done with his channel and all the claims that he's made are really hollow. The one thing I will say about the video most recently that we all know about, okay, regardless of who leaked what and sent messages and this and that, whatever. I don't give a fuck about all that. What I will say about this, I watched that video. Okay, I watched him put pictures up. I watched him talk about this channel and how they went after his kid, all this stuff. At the last 5 minutes of that video is like a school truancy officer telling a 6-year-old child who they can and cannot talk to.
Thank you.
And it is embarrassing as fuck. It literally is like, and if you associate with this person, then that means you're like this person. And I'm just telling you, I wouldn't recommend going to those channels to watch those channels and hang out with those people because those people are bad. And if you are a bad person, then maybe you need to rethink your life. And that shit is more embarrassing than any of the other shit that went on. That last several minutes of that video is like, who does this dude think he really is? Because he truly is trying to tell people who they can and can't watch and why they should and shouldn't watch them instead of just brushing it off, right? And then when I dug into the numbers and I looked at the person he, went after, I'm like, oh, wow, that's funny. This guy's been on YouTube less years than you have. He's made less videos than you have, but he has almost 2 million more views than you have and 10,000 more subscribers than you have. So that's
Explains
the
much.
crux of this issue that you have. But yeah, the last 5 minutes, truly embarrassing for him. And I would focus more on maybe just making good content and less on what other people do, and stop being a person who tries to tell people who they can hang out with.
Yeah, and I'm not going to shine much more light on that because you kind of touched on. There's my cat's asshole, the other cat. Darren's got places he's got to be with Purple Elf. So this is what I'm going to say about it. All right, yeah, and you touched on it, right? Earlier tonight, I said I don't like being talked down to, right? And I said it on a comment that Punk was saying, but it wasn't meant about Punk. It's about exactly what you talked about. Don't you ever tell me to unsubscribe to somebody and things like that because you've taken an issue about them. Because, guys, I'm not going to tell you to stop watching Viper Island. I'm going to tell you to watch him more. Watch him more closely because he is family-friendly content that puts him in the algorithm. No, listen, though.
Sure.
It puts him in the algorithm. It's why he's the first thing you find when you're looking for something about G.I. Joe Classified. He is a weekly show. He is a one-stop news, and he is using what is it, aggregated media farming, which he is using as an excuse to pull whatever image he wants out there. And yeah, right there, aggregated farming. Show me the part where it says it's okay to. You're fine to not give credit to your sources and things like that. It doesn't preclude you from ever doing that. That's called respect and courtesy within the YouTube community. Here's his problem. He wants to be the top of the poll, and you address that in the numbers issue. A certain spirit animal has 30 some odd thousand, while he has 22, right? That doesn't sit well for his ambitions to be at the top of the market. He wants to be everybody's go-to. We are all swimming in his water because we talk about G.I. Joe Classified figures and news. My problem is that you said it, Darren, he gaslights. This stopped being about anything to do with the leaked list. He turned it and flipped it back, drug up. Hey, he made fun of my kid, right? And if you watch the video, that wasn't really the intent of that skit at all.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Right? Here's the thing. He uses his family friendly audience, his own echo chamber, and of all those people, pay attention to what he's saying because he's using very key terminology and language. He speaks of other content creators as disgusting, like money grabber or whatever. He speaks very poorly, but he doesn't use them by name because he's speaking about all of them. All
Yeah.
of them. You, me, Pop, Punk, Chad, anybody who talks about G.I. Joe and talks about the news is his competition because he has a background in media. That's the way he's trained. He uses leading language. And so far, that's led him down this road where he has now doxed somebody. And that is the
Yeah.
final fucking straw with me. I don't necessarily support that Spirit Animal made that video when he did, but whatever, that was his choice. You and I, Darren, got roped into a bad video with Aaron one year,
Yeah.
right? It
Yep.
happens, right? But to dox somebody over this shit and to gaslight them and say, you're attacking my child, here's my question. When you raise your child in the public eye, it's no different than in Hollywood. At some point, you have to protect them from themselves. And when that kid is hitting a certain age where the things that they go through in life are awkward, and maybe that's a learning experience, by maintaining them on a YouTube channel, you are putting them out there. That's your
Yep.
choice of how you're protecting your kid. You do not gaslight others on how they react to it. Right?
Nope.
Like you don't tell them they're attacking your kid. You put them in harm's way.
Yep. We'll say what's up to Ronnie Trickshot. Happy New Year, my brothers. Happy New Year to you,
Right.
Darren.
Yeah.
And then we got this GIF here that Crow had picked out.
This is exactly how I view Viper Island. Right? If you don't like Viper Island, then fuck you. And then right
Yep.
after that, it's
And
the
right
other
after
GIF.
that, we got this one that I didn't have time to find the sound for, but
We
don't
need
you
that
put
one.
that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Right? Don't you fucking tell us that we were attacking you because of your kid. It's you. It's
Yep.
the shit that comes out of your mouth. Only one person is steering that ship. That's who's being attacked.
That's right.
I will say this and not take up much time. Look, when we talk about numbers and we talk about people using tools that are provided to you to grow your channel, I will tell you, I'll be the first person to say, I have never used those tools, but I also will not get mad at somebody who does. Those tools are there for you if you want to use them on a social media platform. Some people call it buying subs. It's called marketing. Companies and people use it all the time. So if somebody wants to use those tools that are available to you, whether you want to pay for them or not, I am okay with that because they are available for you to grow your channel. What the difference is, it's up to you after that. What you do with that information. If you decide to market your channel, then you need to provide content to back that up. And that's how I feel about that. So numbers are numbers and this and that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you do want to use those tools, I think it's okay to use those tools. Some people say it's buying subs. Well, you can buy subs, but if nobody's participating in your chat, if nobody's watching your videos, then you spent your money for nothing because you're not providing anything for people.
I agree. I think Viper Island, he has a great show. He does. For what he does, his production value, his experience in his media field shows, it's great. The problem is his ego creeps in.
Yep.
And if you watch his show long enough, you'll see it. How many 20-minute videos do you see where somebody asks for like, share, subscribe 5 times?
Yeah.
Right.
No,
Right?
I agree.
He needs your approval.
And what I was mainly saying about that was not necessarily Viper Island, but for the talk about, hey, this person grew their channel by this much, because like what Punk's saying about using them, don't brag about your numbers. Yes, but they are marketing tools. Company, every business uses these tools. If you owned a pressure washing business, you would try to pay money to get your name at the top of the search engine optimization on Google. So when people looked up pressure washing companies in your area, your name would be the first one, and therefore, by proxy, people would click on that. And it's kind of the same thing. But difference is that you have to also back that up by providing a service for people that makes people want to come back to watch you or engage with you. You can buy 1,000, 1,500 subs. It doesn't matter if nobody watches your shit, right?
Yeah, it's transparent.
At the end of the day. Yeah.
All right, folks, I've got somewhere I got to be. So
Yes,
I've
you
got
do.
one thing that I'm going to share that sucked in 2025, and then we'll get out of here. And that is this right here. This sucked in 2025. Know what this is?
You lost
Oh,
your
that's
arm
what
to
I turned into
Thanos?
That's when
You know
I
what's
turned into a tree and didn't show up to Joe Fest.
you know what's missing
Aw.
is I did not get to see this guy right here in person in 2025. So hopefully we
Aw.
can remedy that next year.
We're going
Um,
to, dude.
So don't mean to rush the end here. We got 25
No.
people watching, but I've got to go do New Year's stuff here. I'm going to thank Crow and Pop Blender tonight. Pop Blender popping in and hanging out with us for a little while.
All you guys, man. I appreciate you letting me stop by for a second. But
Thanks,
Yes,
Pop.
sir.
it's all you guys, man.
Crow, what you got coming up over on Crusty Old Crow channel?
We'll just wait until I figure that out. I'm gonna work on a new terrain piece to replace something up there, something along the lines of the last things I built. Bought some supplies, but playing it by ear, guys. I'll give you reviews when the reviews are due. But I just wanted to say thanks to you guys for a great 2025 as far as having good friends to do stuff with, projects with, and things like that. And to the people in the chat, whether you're new to our channels or you've been here the whole time, thank you.
Indeed. Pop Blender, what you got coming up?
Ah, man, nothing, dude. I'm just trying to recover my voice. Hopefully, be ready for Sunday night to do an unfiltered after like a couple weeks off, basically, of not being able to talk. And Tuesday with Matthew, as you guys all know, man. I appreciate y'all. Let me hop in here for a minute, definitely. And it was a good show tonight, man. Listening while I was trying to get the heck out of work.
Yes, sir. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us on New Year's Eve. If you hadn't hit yours yet, enjoy it. If you have, Happy New Year. I will be doing a video tomorrow or Friday that for people interested in Fring Viper. It'll be a video for everybody with the instructions in it in that for what we're going to do. Aside from that, right now, got a couple ideas in mind I'm going to do for some stop motion type stuff. And other than that, I will be back here next Wednesday with Pop Blender for Sevens Wild. And that is it. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to Crow's Cat's Butthole. Yes, sir.
You guys want that?
Thanks.
Happy New Year from Canada.
That's right. Right there. Happy New Year, everybody.
I'm sorry.